You betting basketball? Starts today. Today is like today is a gambler's wet dream.
Oh my God!
All those college basketball games.
NCAA tournament officially
starts at 11:30 on CBS and then goes like into the night.
You could just sit there and watch an entire day of college hoops.
Now, how do you bet that? Do you bet the whole tournament or do you bet every day?
Well, I like to bet individual games.
I see.
You can get odds on who will win the whole tournament and stuff, but I like betting.
Who's the favorite, Duke?
Well, Duke, there's 4 brackets. Each bracket has a #1 seed. So Duke is a #1. Kentucky's a #1.
Who's the favorite to win the whole thing?
A lot of people like Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kentucky?
Kentucky, yeah. They're great. They're always great, the Kentucky Wildcats.
What are you going to bet today?
Well, today, my 4-star lock, Duke is playing Alabama State. So Duke's the #1 seed.
Alabama State's like number 16.
Alabama State's the number 16 seed. So the best always plays the worst in the first round. So the lines are insane. So Duke is giving 34 points to Alabama State.
So you're betting the spread?
I'm betting Alabama State. So at the beginning, right now, as we speak, I'm winning 34-0.
And it seems like a cool bet, but Duke always ends up like beating someone. Or, you know, the #1 seed always ends up beating them.
About 10 years ago, I bet Duke was given 46 points to a team in the first round.
Yeah.
So I was at a bar, I was drinking, and I bet the other team. I forget the name of it. It was like some small school in the South. And I was drunk screaming at people going, I'm winning 46-0.
Right.
The game starts. Duke methodically starts doing layup after layup. They won by 52 points.
How much did you bet? $1,000?
I lost $1,000 when I was worth about $200. I had to sell. You know what I did? I had to sell a 1964 Pete Rose card that my old man gave me.
Seems like such a reasonable bet.
Yeah, you're winning 46-0. And like today, the same thing, 34-zip, man.
And you're like. You would sell your Pete Rose card.
At that time.
How much did you get for that?
At that time, I had to. It was a 64 Pete Rose. I got $400.
But his dad had given that to him.
Yeah, that's nice. Some guy's got that probably laying on his basement floor somewhere.
I don't know what the guy did with it.
He probably threw it out.
Lost it in a flood.
Yeah, right.
So, but
that was your whole inheritance from your old man.
He left me that and a stepladder.
Nice.
I still have the stepladder.
Isn't that weird that he left you a ladder and the way he got paralyzed was climbing a ladder?
Actually, it was real eerie. I had to clean out the garage. When we moved recently from the house I grew up in, I had to clean out all my old man's stuff, and it was all ladders and tools and all, like the reason he fell, you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard. But I got...
Artie's dad climbed up on a roof because that was his job, cleaning roofs and putting up antennas.
Putting up antennas.
He didn't clean the roof.
Clean roofs.
Didn't he clean out the gutters?
Sometimes, like when he was up on the roof, he would notice the gutter was dirty, and he'd say to the guy, for another $50, I'll clean your gutter.
Right. So,
and then he'd say, Artie, clean the gutter.
So then he'd be up there, and then like one day he fell off. Paralyzed. Boom.
Right on his head.
So what does he leave Artie? A ladder.
Break a leg, son.
Oh, the irony.
What was he thinking?
No, he didn't purposely. He didn't have like a formal will or
right, it was just there.
Did he have any money when he died? He didn't have a dime.
Well, we had a house, a nice house that he bought, you know.
Did he get any money from his fall?
No,
or
nothing. That was the crazy thing because...
Well, how could he get any money? It's his job. He went up on the roof and he fell.
Well, there's usually, when an injury's that bad, there's homeowners insurance sometimes that will...
You mean so he tried to sue the guy who hired him to put the antenna up?
We didn't even try, really, because there was no case.
Yeah.
There was no case.
I mean, he went up there. It's his job.
Yeah.
It's funny, though, that you wanted to, you think when something bad happens to you, you should be able to collect money from somebody.
Well, because usually when an injury's that bad, no matter who's at fault, a lot of times a jury will just reward you money. But
because they feel bad for you.
Yeah, exactly. But this was absolutely, there was no case.
Right, I was just wondering if there was anything wrong with the roof that made him fall. He just fell.
Yeah, there was something wrong with the roof, yeah.
He was up there.
It was a defective roof.
Yeah, there was something wrong. It's so funny to me that, like, I mean, it's terrible what happened to your dad, but I'm just saying, it's like, well, that's the job. That's why I don't go up and change my own antenna. I want some other guy to do it.
That's what you get paid for.
So he can fall and break his neck.
That's why your dad was a multimillionaire, because he took the risks.
I mean, he didn't save a dime, but he spent his money.
So he had the house, but he probably had a big mortgage on that.
There was a little bit of a mortgage on it.
So
actually, no, you know what? He had just paid off the house. I mean, it was a house in Jersey, like in sort of a working class town. But he had just paid off a 30-year mortgage in 15 years.
Wow.
He broke his ass like doubling up the payments.
Right.
2 weeks later, he fell, and we had to build an addition. So we could be more comfortable, and we had to remortgage the house. So my mother starts working as a secretary, breaking her ass, coming home. Medicaid only paid for 8 hours of a nurse every day. She had to come home. I was always I just completely went on a self-destructive, just awful
Well, you know why? Because all of a sudden, now you got to take care of your mom and your dad. Because your mom ain't going to be able to make a living.
Well, there's two ways you can go. You could either do it or you could get drunk.
Well, yeah. And
Artie took the smart way.
In the first few years, I got drunk. And then I sort of came around and I started taking care of it.
Meanwhile, you know why your dad didn't have a case? Your dad took the ladder and put it on a picnic table.
Believe me, he didn't try to. We didn't
you know what? I forgot about that part.
Yeah, my mother is a decent person. She didn't try to sue it.
Well, there's no suit when you put the ladder on a picnic table.
Well, we agreed. I mean, but there were lawyers.
Why did he put it on the picnic
believe me,
table?
there were lawyers swimming around going, listen,
the lawyers go, there's got to be something here.
They shouldn't have had that picnic table in the yard.
Yeah. And me being drunk at the time, I said, well, let's get the lawyer.
Right.
And my mother just started working as a secretary all day, coming home, taking care of him. Like, every 2 hours to prevent a bed sore, you had to turn him. So she would turn him, set her alarm clock at night, and have to turn. My mom always looked tired.
Of course, she was really tired.
Yeah.
She had to get up every 2 hours?
Every 2 hours.
See, if it was me, I would have let him. I would have said, look, man, I got to get 8 hours of sleep.
You're just going to have a hole in your head.
I'm going to turn you. I'm going to turn you in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? I'll turn you the rest of the day. and you know what? So for 8 hours, hack it.
Hack it. There's no hacking it.
It wasn't with that thing.
He's just going to have holes on his body.
There's no way he could have turned himself. He could use his arms, right?
No,
he was from the neck right up here, neck down.
Like Chris Reeve.
Almost as bad. He didn't need
a respirator.
No.
Yeah.
But he couldn't move anything.
And he couldn't bang your mom, right?
I assume not.
Yeah. She probably didn't care.
Oh, yeah, you look at a guy like that and you go, I gotta have him.
You know what was really sad? My old man looked like a movie star. He was, like, in good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, don't look at me. He was, like, a muscular, like model-looking guy or something.
Really?
Everybody in my family's good-looking.
Then instead of putting antennas on roofs, he should have been on television.
Well, he got out of the 9th grade and started putting antennas on roofs.
Yeah. He should have just gone on TV. Made it much more money. He should have just had his own series.
He made a really good living. He hustled, and we did,
All right.
We did well.
All right, so the play is Alabama State and take the 34 points.
34-0.
That's your recommendation.
That game's on 7 o'clock tonight. I might actually watch it.
Check it out, because it's fun to watch a game when the spread's that big.
Yeah.
Because you get to see, like, and that guy...
but you know what they do a lot of times? Sometimes they cut away from the games if someone's getting their ass beat real bad. They're not going to do that at 7 o'clock at night.
No, well, the reason Duke is on prime time is because because Duke is so big. They
want to feature that game.
Yeah, they'll probably want to show that whole game.
Okay.
And the guy who coaches Duke, this guy Krzyzewski, he's like a general, man. He will cover that spread. Like, he'll beat a team down. But
because he wants his place in history.
Yeah. He wants to win by 50 in the
So is that on CBS? That's why Survivor was on last night.
Right. Yeah, now you got your reason.
Every once in a while, the St. Patrick's Day Parade falls on the first day of the tournament, and that is a drunken mess.
We got a big one for you today. Hottest chick, biggest fan contest, finally. This is the one I've been waiting for. Mike, you're on the air. Let's take a couple of phone calls.
Hey now, Howard, how's it going?
Hey, brother.
Hey, I went to that website you were talking about yesterday, that hand.com.
Wait, let me do it. You ready, Fred? Hand.com.
Yeah, that website is awesome. All those little free flicks you get to see.
Doesn't that turn you on? You know, my girlfriend thought it was gross because girls think that's gross, but I don't know. There was something that turned me on just about hand that really turns me on. I love that. Like, they grease up their hand and they use it on a man, and they never show the guy's face. I think that's cool. And then it's just girls. Some of them are ugly. Some of them are kind of hot. But they're all just using their hand on guys. And that turns me on.
They were really hot. There was a couple of them that were ugly, but a lot of them that looked really good.
Did you pleasure yourself to it?
Yes, I did.
I would have, but my kid was over and my girlfriend was there.
Well, actually, my girlfriend walked in the middle of it.
Oh, dear.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And what did she say?
She's like, what are you doing? And I said,
what am I doing? Don't you? How old are you, honey?
What am I doing?
I mean, what else could you mistake this for?
You guys live together?
I'm pleasuring myself, Columbo.
You've seen this, haven't you?
I mean, what else could I be doing?
I'm studying calculus. I don't know. It just relaxes me.
Reading?
I'm reading the Torah.
Right, but it was an awesome website. Thanks for turning me on to it.
All right, cool.
Thanks, man.
That's free porn. And then they get some kind of thing where they try to hook you into buying some stuff, but it was more than enough.
But it sounds like you get more than enough just there, right?
You get about 50 videos of .com.
And as far as you're concerned, they're giving away the store. You don't need to buy anything.
No, I don't understand it. I love it, though. I thought it was a really good website, and I had to agree to my girlfriend that it was disgusting. I go, it is disgusting. She goes, oh, they're so ugly. And I went, what, mine's good looking?
Nobody's sitting around trying to admire it.
And she goes, no, yours is beautiful. I go, well, maybe because it's mine.
Baby gorilla.
Yeah. I didn't know women evaluated the actual look of your wiener. She tells me mine's nice looking. It's not gross.
Oh, dude, I did a love scene the other night. Oh, my God.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
What do you mean? Were you naked?
The poor actress.
Look at you.
It was, no, I'm in a Guinea T-shirt.
Oh. Did you shave your chest hair a little?
No.
Oh.
So hair is bustling out of the T-shirt?
Yeah, I mean, and she wakes up so horrified because I still live with my mom in the movie, so we had just made love. I'm in a Guinea T and underneath an AC/DC poster.
Who's the actress?
Again, her name is Cara Buono, who was on Third Watch for a little while. She's really talented.
She's cute?
Really, oh, my God, she's adorable.
And you make out with her and stuff?
Adorable, yeah.
Did Dana come down to the set?
She was actually there that night, and the actress has a boyfriend as well, and they're both real cool about it. I mean,
I guess Dana looked at you and said, I'm not jealous. I don't think she's going to run off with Artie. You baby gorilla.
like the other guy, like her boyfriend, too, I'm sure was like, it was like when Johnny Carson used to let Joan Rivers guest host. I think
How many times did you have to shoot the makeout scene?
Well, we did 2 different angles, and I'd say 5 takes each, Real closed mouth, though.
Oh, no open mouth kissing?
You mean she didn't get lost in the moment and open her mouth?
I didn't hear her say, I'm getting myself on.
When I did my makeout scene with Mary McCormick, we totally opened our mouths.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Wow.
And I was wearing a fake mustache, so the little hairs kept coming out into our mouth. So that's how I knew I was getting my tongue down there.
At the end of the movie, The Bachelor, I have to kiss my wife, and it looked so horrible because neither one of us was into it that the director said, look, dip her. Just dip her out of camera and then do it because it'll look better.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, I mean...
They couldn't make it look good. There was no way it was going to look good.
No.
I was full-on macking with her, man.
Really?
I was going at it.
No kidding.
And she liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, she wasn't putting up any resistance. But I could tell. I go, are you offended? And she goes, no, I like it.
Well,
I said, you want it.
I
was going to take her back to my trailer and do her, but I was married at the time.
You know what I can't wait for is we're shooting a bachelor party scene Friday and Saturday, and it's going to be all topless broads playing hookers. Because it's rated R, we threw breasts in there,
Artie's really into this movie thing, even though it's like an independent, low-budget, $2 million film.
Still, it's a movie.
He shows me, he goes, I got to go do something really disgusting. I go, what do you got to do? He goes, well, I got to take a shave for my scene in the movie today, and I got to shave here at the radio station because I didn't shave at home. And he's got a shaving kit, and he goes, I got to shave in the K-Rock bathroom.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of getting a disease doing that.
That's going to be... I just sent one of the interns for a Bic disposable and some Barbasol.
Really?
Dude, you got a thick beard, aren't you? Don't you need to, shower and get, some heat on you?
I usually do that. It's going to be rough. I overslept today. I woke up at 5:20 today. I had to rush out the door, so I got to do it here. It's going to be brutal because the water in that bathroom doesn't get like
hot,
unbelievably hot. Yeah, and it's gonna feel gross.
Oh, go use the ladies' room.
Have the interns boil up some water for you.
That'll be fun for one of our 19-year-old intern girls to walk in on me shaving. Hey guys, how you doing? How's it working out here?
Yeah, and then Artie shows me he's got like he's got one of those binders with a book in it,
a daily planner,
a daily planner, and like all his various medications that he's on because he can't drink.
The medicine is in there too.
Yeah, like he's got everything organized, and he's showing me, now I'm in the movie, and I'm a producer, so I gotta organize. And I look at his binder, and I look in it. And I'm looking at his daily planner. It's from 1996.
Oh, geez, not even the right date.
Not even the right year.
Like years ago.
I go, what do you got in that planner? He goes, nothing. It just looks cool. Like I'm doing something. That's some movie executive.
Carrying it for the look.
Yeah.
I make notes. I make a lot of very important notes.
Yeah.
For 1996.
Right.
I tell you, working at a radio station is so weird because... there's a million reasons why it's weird. It's always been odd to me. I always had weird feelings walking into radio stations, and I don't even know. I can't even explain it, but we were talking about, I don't know, Gary was saying how he was walking in the hall the other day, and he saw Dead Air Dave, and one of the guys said, he doesn't like to be called Dave because that's his radio name. He wants to be called Ashkaji or
whatever. I wouldn't know his real name.
He's got some sort of Indian name.
Oh, yeah.
Or Shanti.
Oshkosh by gosh.
Oshkosh by gosh. And I go, you're kidding. I go, I always call him Dave. And he goes, no, he doesn't like Dave because Kingston gave him the name Dead Air Dave.
No wonder. I mean, he always gives me a funny look because that's what I call him, Dave.
You want to know his real name?
Yeah, but wait a second. He said to Sal he wants to be called Dead.
Well,
Dead?
he'd rather be called Dead than be called his real name.
He'd rather be called Dead than his real name, or he wants to be called his real name?
I got the impression that he'd rather be called, he said, Sal called him his real name, and he goes, don't do that. And he goes, what do you want me to call you? He goes, call me Dead, call me anything, just don't call me that.
But then I heard that when he's with chicks, he wants to be called by his Indian name.
Right, that's what I heard, too.
So then why would he want us to call him Dead?
Well, we're not chicks, I guess.
Someone told me when, he's with a lady, he wants to be called by... Hey, Dave, I heard a story that you want to be called by your real name when you're with a chick and you're doing her.
I missed that part in the hall.
You want to be called Dave? I always call you Dave.
Or Dead.
Around here, that's what I'm used to.
You want to be called Ashkuzi?
No, that's all right.
Is that his name?
Dead is fine. Dave is fine.
Do you not like your real name, or you'd like it?
I have no problem with my real name. Just around here, it'd be weird.
Yeah.
I'm Dave around here.
What is your real name?
I don't want to talk about it.
Really? All right.
He won't even give us his
I know it's something like a Ashkuzi.
Yeah, you've said it before, but it doesn't need to be rehashed.
What is it, Ata?
It's Dave.
Tom.
It's Dead.
Do you want to be called Dead or Dave?
Yeah, whatever, either way.
Dead Air? Dead Air.
I have a big identity crisis.
Yeah, you do. That's what's weird about, I worked at NBC, and there was a guy, Johnny Dark. Then there's 20 Johnny Darks throughout the country at that point. And I called him Johnny. But I just realized now, talking about you, his name wasn't Johnny. And at what point does your radio name become your real name? Because
we call Cabby Crazy Cabby.
I know, but remember Johnny Dark?
You
called him Johnny.
I called him Johnny. I wouldn't know his real name.
Do you think that he wanted to be called Johnny?
I don't know.
There's a comedian, Johnny Dark, too, that works sometimes. I guess there's a lot of them going around.
Well, certainly my friends and family don't call me Dead.
All I know is, we're doing this this pageant thing today where we're going to find the hottest chick who's the biggest fan of the show. So one of the chicks who's playing claims that you had sex with her, and you wanted her to call you your Indian name.
That's got to be.
Now, is that in the throes?
That's got to be a bunch of crap.
Is that in the throes of passion, like that tape we play? Call me whatever.
And
you have you been searched on the subway yet?
No, I actually don't take it much. Only to Yankee games.
Dave's got that look.
Well, yeah.
He could be.
He could be a terrorist.
He could be a terrorist.
There you go again, Robin.
Where are you from, anyway?
I'm of Indian origin.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I never know what your real name is. I would call you your real name. Yeah. I listen. This cat that I worked for the E! Network, his name was Lee Masters. I always just figured his name was Lee Masters. That was his radio name.
Yeah.
Then he worked for MTV. Then he worked for E! And then one day he just shows up and goes, "My name now is Jarl Moan." I go, "What?
Excuse me?
Jarl Moan."
He's like P. Diddy, changing his name.
Just call him Moan.
Excuse me?
I call him Jarl, but it's really bizarre because he's always been late.
Because I know he's about to come back into business now. As a business person, is he still Lee Masters or is he Jarl Moan in business now?
Jarl Moan.
Really?
So I was in a meeting. Half the people were calling him Lee, half the people were calling him Jarl. And I was just so freaked out. You carry a backpack?
No. There's a chick here claiming that I said that.
Yeah. Your name should be Andy Gandy.
I'm getting nervous about this chick.
What caste are you?
Second highest.
Are you?
Yeah.
Brahmin?
So I was never going to be destined to, drive a cab or anything.
Are you a Brahmin?
That's the highest,
No,
isn't
it's
it?
the second one. I think it's Kshatriya or something like that.
No kidding.
Yeah, man.
You could have been a printer in India.
It's
You
completely...
could have had your own business.
It's horrible, the caste system. It's like they tell you what you're capable of.
See, I would have loved the caste system. My dad told me I was a moron my whole life. And if he would have said, look, when you become 18, you will become a shoe salesman. Like, at least I would have known that I could do something.
Yeah, but you could have been an untouchable, and then he would have been right.
Oh, believe me, I was an untouchable. Would you date an untouchable?
I date anything.
Right. You want to meet the chick? Hey, Gary, is that chick here the one who says that she was with Dead Air Dave and had sex with him? She says she met you on the... she called you up on the listener line.
Oh, God, yeah. Let's meet her.
If you want to meet her.
Now, what if this girl was scammed by somebody who said they were Dead Air Dave?
Well...
I don't think I'm that popular, Robin.
Actually, I've used Dead Air Dave's name to get played.
But, hey, there was this guy. There was a place, remember, after, like, 9/11? Oh, no, it was like after Iran took the hostages. It was Iran carpet, and then they chopped the end off, and it became Ira carpet. Yeah. Hey,
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait, hey, you remember this chick, Dave?
Hi.
Hey,
Oh, my
you're
God.
hot.
Oh,
Dave,
my
you got
God.
her?
Trying to remember. Of course I remember. No.
You don't remember?
Are you kidding
You're
me?
totally fat. I should take credit. Realistically, it would make sense to say, yeah.
Why'd you say you made?
To hit that,
why did you say you made love to Dead Air Dave?
I did not make love to Dead Air Dave. No, he took me out to dinner for pizza,
Right.
and then
It's like 100 years ago.
So
he remembers.
He does remember.
Yeah, we went out a couple times. Nothing happened.
You went out for pizza. Go ahead.
And then
Wait a minute. How did you meet him in the first place? After you called the airline, right?
yeah, I called because he was on the air and he was like, oh, it's raining out, and next song is Bush. Like he was just complaining, and so like I called in. I'm like, what's your deal? And he was like, hey, send a picture in. So I'm like, all right.
You dirty
What else
dog.
am I going to do in there? It's like 3 in the morning.
Hey, I would do the same thing.
So
yeah.
I sent in a picture, and he's like, hey, let me take you out to dinner. And he's
You're
a
pretty
vegetarian.
Nice. You're pretty hot.
Thanks.
He's a vegetarian?
Yeah.
I didn't know. He's Indian.
Well, that doesn't necessarily go together.
What do you eat? Beans?
He eats pizza.
Lots of beans.
Beans?
Look at
I
the
eat,
body on this broad.
Oh, you didn't hit that?
I should have.
You're damn right.
So listen.
I don't know what went wrong.
Go ahead.
So then he comes out in his... So we go back to... He's like, oh, I just moved to Upper West Side. You should come over. See the place. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, no, just for like a minute. So I...
Trying to get her back to the place.
Oh, Upper
And
East
maybe I'll
Side.
tell you my real name. Yeah, go ahead.
So we go back there. He's like, I got to take a shower. He's like, here, just watch TV for a sec. I'm like,
I don't remember that.
oh my God, what do I do? So I'm like sitting there. I'm like watching like Channel 10 News. And then he comes out in his boxer shorts only.
You were like a hostage.
That is
It was
totally
like
made up.
total porn store plot. I swear to God he did.
Complete BS.
I swear he
Complete
did. White
BS.
boxer shorts.
I would.
What do I have to gain?
I've done a lot of scumbag things. That's not one of them.
I guess with that smoking little body, he figured you were ready for action.
Yeah.
So what happened? He comes out in his boxers.
And he sits like, seriously, he sits like on me. Like there's a big couch.
So making it up.
What do I have to lose?
I believe her.
I am going to sit on you.
Believe whatever you want. She's totally making that up.
Yeah, go ahead. And then what happened?
He puts in this old movie. I forgot. It's like from the 50s. It's his favorite movie.
What movie's your favorite movie from the 50s?
It's not from the 50s. It's
Car.
from the 70s.
What was it?
The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh, my
Well,
goodness.
she's a young chick. She
Great
figures it's from
movie.
the 50s. That's funny.
This is like 5 years ago.
How old are you?
27.
Yeah, okay. So you would have
Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
That's your favorite movie?
Yeah, how do you think you're going to romance a chick with that movie? That's
Dude,
like a murder on a train.
I don't know what I was thinking. It was 5 years ago.
By the way, that's a great movie. But it's not exactly Ghost when you're
not a
trying to talk to a
makeout
chick.
It's
Yeah,
not a
right.
romance movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so you're sitting there, and you must have thought he was kind of cute if you went up to his apartment and stuff.
No, I just was being nice. He was nice. He was a gentleman.
Right.
Until
Yes.
You're
what happened?
calling me a gentleman, but you're saying I came out of the shower with no shirt on?
you did. You came out in white white boxer shorts.
You're totally full of it.
What do I have to lose?
So full of it.
Okay.
Then what happened, according to you? So he puts in Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
No, and I'm like, I really don't like this movie. I'm going to get going. He's like, what's your favorite movie? So I was being funny, and I said Pimps Up, Hoes Down.
Yeah.
And so I got out of there.
By the way, that's hilarious.
He didn't make out with you?
No.
You didn't even kiss him?
No, I think I made it clear.
So what'd you do, Dave?
She made it clear. I remember that.
Did you pleasure yourself after she's left? Because she's kind of hot.
Sure, probably.
Kinda. Look at this broad.
Were you wearing that outfit on the date?
The same outfit 5 years ago.
No kidding.
No.
You always dress like that with a mini skirt and almost like a bikini top?
Always.
Those are new boobs, right? I don't remember those.
They're a little bit new.
Wow, some bod.
Listen, Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Correct.
You mean Dave slips into that voice at home?
Well, yeah, I just like doing that to
Now, what is this
Yeah, this is
about
all
him
an
wanting
act.
to be called by his Indian name? When did he bring that up?
I kept calling him Dave.
Because he's Dead Air Dave.
Right.
Call me by my Indian name, bang you a lot.
So then when we were getting the pizza, he told me his real name. He told me a station manager made that name up.
Right. He hates that name, Dead Air Dave.
I hated it at first.
Right.
Kind of grew
Would you like to hear me do a traffic report?
So what happened? Then all of a sudden, Dead Air Dave said, okay, I'm going to reveal my real name to you?
Yeah. He's like, he told me his name.
That's when he was in his shorts and taking a shower.
The big reveal. That's complete bull.
It's
just admit that's bull.
My real name is Doomy.
My real name is Sheikh Alahar Sasi Dumi.
I'm the Prince of Saudi Arabia.
I'm the Sultan of Brunei. On your knees, bitch.
You know what Artie's Indian name is? Dances with Jack Daniels. He's an American Indian.
Bloated liver.
So Dave's in his boxer shorts, and then he's sitting next to you on the couch. He goes, look, some general manager, some operations manager gave me that name.
No, he told me when we were eating pizza.
He says, here's my real name. And did he make you call him the real name?
I didn't want to mispronounce it, so I just didn't call him anything.
Do you remember the real name?
Yeah. Should I say it?
Can she say it, Dave?
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Is it Ashok? Am I saying it right?
I can't believe you actually remember, yeah.
So she must be telling some truth.
Yes, this is the truth.
I'm not denying that we went out.
She's more credible than you because you denied you ever saw her until she made you say it.
I didn't deny it.
No, as soon as you walked in, you go, I've never seen this girl in my life.
That's not at all what I said, Gary.
That's a lot what it was like.
Well, I think
No,
you
I
should
said,
take her.
I remember her.
I think you should take her home and have sex with her, is what I think.
I didn't deny anything, Gary. You're fabricating.
I don't think that's open for discussion.
Yeah, I don't think she's interested.
Hey, did you tell you're one step below a Brahmin?
Maybe I should have.
In the caste system, and this guy would have had a major job. It wouldn't be some measly dish out.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing something special.
I'm in between a Brahmin and a roach.
Well, you struck out with her, man. She's hot.
Whatever.
Look at his brajol.
Who cares?
And you say you went out with him twice?
Well, then he called me. He was like, Cabby and I are going to see Depeche Mode. Want to come?
I wasn't going with Cabby, was I? I remember going to Depeche Mode with you. And trying again to bang her, and it didn't work.
But I want to see Depeche Mode. So.
Come on over.
You totally used him.
You look like
No, he was nice to talk
You look
to.
like the Yiddish Suzanne Summers.
Come on over. I'm showing another Walter Matthau movie.
Not the first time, nor the last time I'll have been used for a concert ticket.
So you went to
Don't think
Depeche
you're
Mode
anything
and you didn't give
special.
him anything? You didn't give him a kiss? Nothing?
No.
Bitch.
But he bought the DVD set of Pimps Up, Hoes Down. That was the last time I talked to him.
It was funny.
When you went to Depeche Mode, did you call him a Shook or did you call him Dead Air Dave?
I think I just didn't call him anything because I didn't want to mispronounce it. Hurt his feelings.
I like that you came out in your shorts and you took a nice shower and you said, look, you need to call me a Shook.
What, are you stripping now or something?
No.
What do you do for a living?
I finance mobile homes.
No kidding.
So what's the deal with the boobs? What did you need those for mobile homes?
Come on. She's sick hot, man.
Oh, he's so angry at
Turn around. Let me see your ass. Look at that.
Look at you.
Can you blame me for trying?
No.
Howard, she was just on her way to get in her bikini for the contest. All the girls have to be in bikinis.
Oh, my bikini's smoking.
You'll be getting over a 7 from me in terms of the evaluatory.
I could tell she's already not that big a fan of the show, though.
We'll see.
Passed a big test to get here.
She did.
Somebody could have filled it out for her.
No,
Name
we
the
asked them on
three
the
of
phone.
us back here. Go ahead.
You're smoking.
She's no fan of the show.
You're 27.
He'll never
You got a
answer one
boyfriend?
question. Well,
Yeah.
How long's your boyfriend been with you?
2 years.
Yeah.
He's here.
Does he give it to you every night?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'd work you over pretty good. tell you that.
Yeah, he does the smart move and doesn't show you a 1973 Walter Matthau film.
Well, he has banged Artie's sister, so.
What?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Really?
Yep.
This is like all in the family.
Your boyfriend had sex with Artie's sister?
You should see the look on Artie's face. He's got murder in his eyes.
Yeah, now
New
he's
twist.
a killer.
Who is this?
Stacey Lang.
No kidding.
Oh, let's see
Bring
this
him in.
guy.
Let's hear this.
Who's getting Artie's sister?
Artie's in shock.
Look at him. He's totally not into this.
No, who is this?
Who is this?
What's the guy's name?
Hey, listen, your sister's sexual. She can have sex.
No, I know. What's the guy's name?
Keith.
What?
Keith.
Keith who?
Craigo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you like to meet him, Artie?
Yeah, I'd like to meet
bring him in.
Keith.
Bring him in, Will.
You gotta love what our New Jersey audience does for this show.
Artie, put down the vodka. You can't go back to drinking.
This is not an excuse for falling off the wagon.
Man.
We put him all
Anyway, my point of getting into this story was that Dead Air Dave has one of those confusing situations where he has a real name and a radio name.
And he doesn't know what to use.
Yeah. Here's Keith.
Oh, this is
Artie's
the guy.
brother-in-law.
This is the man, Artie.
Oh.
How'd you get Artie's sister?
I don't know.
Where'd you meet her?
She doesn't look like Artie.
No, she's a good-looking girl. I met her.
Does Artie remember me?
No, I don't.
You actually met this guy.
Actually, a few weeks ago. You were drinking Jack. You were.
What was this?
So how'd I meet her?
Yeah.
In the town where she lives, Artie lives.
Oh, yeah? And you hung out with Artie for a while?
A couple times we hung out, yeah.
When, you pick her up in a bar or something?
Did I pick her up in a bar? They like to drink, that family.
Why are you so mad? Howard, you don't know your sister has sex?
No, I know. This isn't.
I've hung with Artie. This is so his Achilles heel. I got to tell you.
He's so mad.
Yeah, he loves that sister.
We were in Atlantic City like 4 years ago, the Cabby John fight, and one of the sales guys that works here knew Artie's sister just from hanging around.
Uh-huh.
And I joked that Artie's sister went up to go to the bathroom, and the guy left. And I joked that they went back to the room. Thought Artie was going to go nuts.
So how come you didn't marry Artie's sister? What happened? What
How
went
come I
wrong?
didn't marry her?
What went wrong?
I guess neither one were the marrying type.
Yeah, you see, just went out a couple of times. You guys had some
Few
great
times,
sex.
hung out.
Sex was good,
Yeah,
and then you went your separate ways.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times did you
How many times
bed
did I
Artie's
what?
sister?
Did I what?
Bed Artie's sister.
Oh, bad Artie's
Well, maybe that's
sister.
better left unsaid.
Yeah, I don't.
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean.
here to
Maybe
say
he's
that.
Let's
not a
not
kiss
brag.
and tell kind of guy. But she was good, is what you're saying.
She's very fun. Yeah.
She's a nice girl, is what you said.
She's a very nice girl.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I wouldn't say
You
anything
liked
bad
her.
about
You liked
She's
her.
very sweet.
Yeah.
Man, Artie is still.
What's with you, Artie?
not
Why are you
moving.
Look at
having
him.
a
He's
weird
not
reaction?
even involved in the conversation.
I had nothing to do with it.
I know you had nothing to do with it.
What do you want from me?
Nothing. I don't want anything from you.
Oh, God.
What did I do? Guy went out with your sister. Big deal.
You were having fun with his girlfriend.
Yeah. Wait, what
Artie's
were you
weird.
saying?
You're the one who asked to meet him, not me. I didn't know. Yeah, he said bring him in.
No, he didn't.
He did.
There's nothing to be angry about.
Well, yeah, what's the
right?
big deal?
Yeah, you
deal.
never misused or
No,
abused
no.
his sister.
Oh,
It was a
God.
nice
You
relationship.
didn't rape her.
No.
He's not even trashing her. He's saying she was a good girl, nice girl.
She's a very nice girl. I would never say anything
No,
bad
Artie's
about
weird. Listen, my daughters go out with guys. I don't have that weird reaction. They're my daughters.
Right.
Right. Uh-oh. Is he going to start drinking again?
Wow.
Well,
No, I ain't gonna start drinking.
He might start killing.
You might want to wait at Nobu during the show.
what did he do?
Yeah, what did I do?
I don't know, but Artie looks very strange right now.
Artie's got a thing with that sister and that mother.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
They're a very tight family. They're a close family.
I guess you know.
You hung out with Artie, though.
Just a couple times we were
I
out
remember
with
meeting him.
his sister and
Really?
yeah,
And he doesn't even remember you.
no
Well, maybe he was
drinking
high.
days.
Yeah. He's probably wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you will go out with your sister and her dates?
No,
Oh,
I don't do that.
okay. All right.
Well, he probably happened to be at bars that
Oh, you just
like
have to run
and,
into him.
Are you for real? You're really mad
My
at this
sister
guy?
doesn't like to drink, by the way.
Oh.
She's not a drinker. She drinks sometimes. She doesn't drink. She doesn't drink like me.
Nobody could drink.
She doesn't have.
Artie, we know that.
She doesn't have.
There isn't a
problems.
person on the planet that could drink
She
like
doesn't
you.
have problems like me. She's a nice girl.
All right.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Why, do you think he was saying she wasn't a nice girl?
Whatever.
You know what? He's going a little KC on us here. Like a little.
You're insane.
Nah, whatever.
Sit down. You're insane.
Everything's cool, man.
You're nuts.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear.
Is Artie one of the judges?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
You're dead.
You know, it's funny. He was loving her until this guy came in.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
I know Dead Air Dave wasn't loving her.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, my point being, aside from Artie's drama, is that radio guys have these confusing names.
Yes.
Confusing lives.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little schizophrenic, like you don't know who this Dave guy is?
Who?
Oh, you're asking me?
I'm asking Dave. Like, does he not relate to that name at all?
No, it's
Yeah,
all
well-
good. It's just, I mean, who wants to mix up names at work?
Yeah.
You know who I hear is changing his name for radio is Dan the Song Parody Man.
What is he doing?
He dropped I found out he was Jewish. He dropped the Jewish last name.
It's something man, and he took I think it's like Goodman or something. No, it was Cooperman.
And he became Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
The Dead Air Dave story, I heard that boxer story so long
Come here.
ago, so that definitely was not.
I heard you changed your whole name.
Yeah, no, my name has always been Cooper, and I don't even know what my grandfather's real last name, but it was one of those Ellis Island deals where he gave him some crazy name, and they just wrote down Cooper.
I thought, because I never knew you
the
were...
whole thing's just because Bob Levy is an alcoholic, so he used to always think my name was Cooper, even though I told him Cooperman, even though a million times I told him Cooper, but we always hung out and, getting wasted and stuff like that. He would just never remember my real name, so he's told a lot of people my name is Cooperman, even though we've known each other for years.
All right, who cares? Listen.
There you go.
All right, Dan, thanks for clearing that up. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break.
Sit down, Artie.
Sit
Take
down,
a
Artie. You're
rest.
acting retarded.
I'll do whatever I want.
You're acting weird. You got anybody back there who's ever had sex with Artie's mom?
As a matter of fact.
That's really make his head spin.
You don't know your sister goes out on dates?
Of
Your
course
sister's a
I
sexual
do.
guy.
Of course I
mean, a
do.
sexual
But
woman.
it's nobody's business.
But Artie, first of all, he didn't come. They didn't book themselves on the show for this. It just sort of unfolded, and he didn't say anything bad about her.
No.
I didn't even say I had sex with her. I just said we went out,
Your girlfriend did.
What'd she say?
She had
She
sex with...
said that Artie's sister
Oh.
had slept with her boyfriend.
Oh.
Look, of course there's nothing wrong with that. It's just nobody's business.
Dated. We dated a few times.
I don't like when my stupid life affects other people in my family. That's all.
Well, he dated your sister.
Jeez.
Well, that's completely fine. He actually,
that's all I'm saying.
he
That's
actually
all I'm
seems
saying.
like a nice guy. I'm just saying.
He's not saying if she had sex with him.
I don't even care if that happened. I get that happens. I just don't want to blurt it out all over the place.
I don't want to hurt Stacy's nun career, because I know she's about to embark on a nun career.
No, it's not even about that, man.
Right,
it's not even about
I
that.
understand.
Okay. Nobody's saying... I mean, what did we say? We didn't say anything.
Nothing.
I didn't say anything.
Nobody's saying anything.
I was just trying to make sure we didn't say anything.
I'll give you Casey's phone number. You can give him a call.
Yeah, you two can talk each other down.
All right, everybody take a break. When we come back, we're going to find the hottest chick, biggest fan contest. And what's the prize?
$10,000.
Whoa.
Who's giving us the prize? Where's the plug?
Well, we're not starting the contest yet.
All right, but I would give him a plug to give him $10,000.
Yeah, they could use an extra plug.
It's a Trip in the Rift on tonight, 10 o'clock, Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, come on, give me the plugs. What's going on? What's the matter with you? I wish you luck, honey. I'm giving you a big ass vote.
Got to see everybody.
I know. I hear you.
Thank you, Howard.
Dave, sorry you didn't score with this chick.
Yeah, good luck.
What is that guy got that Dave doesn't have?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Dave's as good looking as that guy.
He didn't come out in his underwear. So.
Right. He acted like a
He
gentleman.
had the right move.
Such bull.
All right, so thanks to Trip and the Riff, we will have a $10,000 prize.
If a girl knows a lot about the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. And this girl evidently saw Dave's apartment. Nice apartment?
It's nice.
Yeah.
Big.
Big?
She saw the old one. It was like 5-6 years ago, right?
I was in college.
How's he looking in his underwear?
It's all right.
Yeah.
Not good enough to jump.
Just
But
being nice.
I think Artie scared everyone in the room.
It's bull, though. Maybe boxers and a T-shirt, but not without a T-shirt.
what do you have to take a shower for when you take a girl home to your apartment?
Robin, I don't remember. It was like 6 goddamn years
You
ago.
have to take a shower so you get your clothes
Who the
off.
hell knows?
How else are you going to get your clothes off?
Yeah. You might have moved too fast on her with getting into your underwear.
I might have been delusional, might have been a 9-hour day. I have no idea.
All right. All right, we're going to take a break. And
Artie's going to pull himself together.
Artie, you try and pull yourself together.
Artie's going to do whatever the hell he wants.
Oh, okay. What did we do? Shut up.
In life and everything.
What is your problem?
What is going on here?
All right.
Are you acting like we do? You want to get this out of your chest?
No,
Like,
Vent.
Can I ask you a question, Artie?
It's a free country, and I can do whatever I want.
Artie, can I ask you a question?
I choose to say nothing right now.
For whatever you're feeling right now, who do you hold most accountable? That's all I need to know.
Nobody.
Better not be me. I didn't do anything.
Nobody. I don't hold you accountable.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just saying. You know, some things I like being left private.
Okay.
But I understand also that it's a double-edged sword. You can't have that with this show. So, you know.
It just happened to come up. I'm
right,
sorry.
I know. It just happened to come up.
Yeah, I had no pre-warn on that, if you're thinking that.
I don't think that at all.
Yeah, this wasn't the plan.
No. I know it wasn't.
We thought we were talking about dating.
Yeah, the plan story was the funny story.
The plan was to attack me.
I know.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Gary, from now
Artie
on,
was all for that plan.
no one from New Jersey.
That's it. It's
on
Jersey.
the show. Yes, Marianne from Brooklyn.
Artie, your sister didn't murder anybody. She went out on a date. I can't believe you. Artie, you were in love with that girl. You were saying how hot she was, and as soon as that bomb was blowing, boy, Artie, you changed 180 degrees. Shame on you, Artie. Lighten up. You're a party fun guy. What's wrong with you?
No, I'm not.
No, he's not. He's no party.
Oh, my God.
I am no party.
Christian, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy Artie, he thinks his sister's Mother Teresa or something.
No, I don't. It's about a privacy thing.
It's her story. It's not Artie's.
You know.
I understand the difference.
Of course I know
that. The poor guy, you know, he sobers up, and then he doesn't even remember hanging out with this guy.
I'm very sober.
Rich, go ahead.
Believe me.
The one moment we get to see Artie pissed off and angry, the E-cameras are not there.
I know. Do you believe this? This is what I'm talking about.
That look.
I'll never know what that look looks like forever.
I know. And I'm looking at it. It's not fun.
Yeah, you're sitting right next to him.
I think I saw Jason getting some pictures.
Yeah, Jason got some
pictures. Did you get pictures of Artie's look?
No, believe me, I have a very self-destructive, violent part of me that's like bad.
I got to get those out there, man. I've never seen a stare.
Yeah, I think that guy should be locked up, actually.
It looked like somebody had taken a dog turd and put it right underneath his nose.
I think it looked attractive.
Like his lips curled up.
Hey, look, that's not us, Artie.
I didn't do that.
No, that's fine. That's joking around. That's joking around. That's joking around.
Yes, Hook knows.
Come on, Howard, Hook knows you bad. I said, listen, wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall in Artie's next psychiatrist session? Oh, my God.
There's no psychiatrist sessions.
What?
Are you canceling him?
I'm doing whatever the hell I want.
I think we just tripped a wire here or something.
Yeah, you just had a whole epiphany.
Hey, Artie, what time are we meeting at the bar later?
I gotta shoot the movie.
Thank God.
All right, let's take a break. I really do want to get to the contest, and we're running late, and Artie's girlfriend, Bob Saget's coming in.
All right. Maybe she can come.
Saget will calm me down.
Saget will calm me.
No, I'm telling you, because when I was at the port as a longshoreman, I used to have, I had issues of like, you know.
Anger?
Well, you know.
I can imagine. I looked at the look. I could see it.
What was your issue? What would you do?
You know, like I say, it had nothing to do with booze. I mean, you know, every once in a while, you throw a punch here and there, and you know, it's like, I mean, forget about it.
Who are you going to punch, Fred?
I'm not punching anybody anymore.
Artie,
I'm done with dealing with cops and punches.
Were you the guy that you'd hang out, everybody be having fun, and he'd be telling jokes and everything, and then all somebody tells a mother-sister joke, and
he's like Joe
it's
Pesci.
not funny?
Jokes I have no problem with jokes because I joke around. Right. I just don't want. You know, I love my sister. I know she goes out and has a good time and does whatever she wants to do. But this is my life.
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Like
Artie's real sister Stacy, you're on the air.
Of course, this is gonna happen.
Artie, you don't.
Punch anybody.
The problem is he doesn't want to know you.
Choke, you're on the air.
It's not even that.
Hey, Artie, why'd you turn into such a big baby? Wah. Artie will do whatever Artie wants. Wah.
That's right. I'm going to do whatever I want.
But no more psychiatrist?
He's an adult.
No more psychiatrist?
I'm just going to do whatever I want.
Artie. Good Lord.
You stopped seeing the
shrink? What does this show do?
I'm not going to see anybody to please anybody anymore. I'm just going to do what I want to do.
No, I'm just asking you. Are you still seeing the show? Don't do it to please me.
Every once in a while, I see him. Not as much anymore.
Oh, you stopped.
Wait a second. Who are you seeing him to please? Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
Because you seem to want me to do it.
I don't want you. Hey, I gave you the name of a shrink. I don't care if you ever go. That's not my business. That's your business.
Right.
You're thinking I want you to go see a shrink?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I said to you, it helped me. Maybe this will help you, friend. Here's the name of a guy.
And now you're what? Punishing Howard by not going?
Because I said to you something not for me?
I'm not punishing anybody. I'm just doing whatever the hell I want to do.
Wait a second. You said you were going to the shrink because of me?
Absolutely.
You're insane.
Well, that we knew before.
That's
Dude,
obvious.
I said to you, Artie, I see a shrink and it helped me. If you want the name of one, I'll give you one. You said, yeah, give me the name of one. I really want to see one. And I gave you the name.
It's not helping.
Well, it doesn't help
Artie,
in 3 days.
you got to stick with it.
It's not helping.
Yes, it is. You've been much better.
How many total sessions have you seen the guy, though, Artie? Probably less than 8?
3 times.
That's, you can't... That's like saying I didn't
ain't helping.
I took 3 piano lessons.
KC used to go, it doesn't work. How many times you go? Once.
I'm doing fine. I got to finish shooting this effing movie, and then I can relax.
With what? Drinking?
Yeah.
Oh, you devil, you little devil.
What little devil? That's it. That's what I do. I get up, I eat, and I drink. That's what I do. That's how I exist.
Oh, goodness.
And I didn't make this, the suggestion of a psychiatrist. Other people said it to me, and that's when I got the name.
Actually, he made you. All you did was give him a name. He had to make the call.
Look how
he thought he was doing it at the time for himself. Now he's making it about you.
Yeah, don't do it for me. Don't do anything for me.
Nobody told you to go anywhere. We asked you to come to work. That's what we asked you to do.
I just asked you to show up for your job.
I like
you were in bed, curled up in a ball.
I like you. I appreciate you, and you did a lot for me. And sure. It was
so you went to 3 psychiatrist sessions?
No, but it's just like I drive myself crazy thinking. I got an offer to go to L.A. for a month to do a movie.
Right. I know your manager contacted me.
It's a big movie.
Yeah.
Good. And I'm thinking about, not doing it because I want to please everybody else.
No, you should do it.
You should go do it then. You do what you have to do in life. Hey, you got to evaluate. Maybe this, like your manager wrote me, it's a good opportunity for Artie. I go, well, maybe this is a good opportunity for Artie.
Of course it is.
That's all. But you could do what you want. I never once said to you, don't do what you don't want. Do what you want.
I've been doing stand-up on the road for 15 years. I can't keep doing that. They're going to find me dead. They're going to find me dead in the Best Western in St. Louis. I don't want that to happen.
I offered you a job here so that you could live in Jersey, be an asset to the show. Right. Your career is flourishing. You're doing well. You're getting your choice of projects, your DVDs and so on. Anybody who is associated with this show does well. So why would you be angry? You got an offer to go do a movie. What are you angry with me for? I'm not telling you what to do.
Well, right, but obviously you'd have an issue if I left.
Do whatever you want. You do your thing, man. You got to make choices in life. You're a big boy.
Everything.
Don't blame me. Blame yourself.
That's what you keep saying that's wrong. I'm not blaming you.
Yes, you are. You're saying you're going to be disappointed in me.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just, I'm mulling it over in my head, and it's driving me crazy.
You got a great thing going on here. I mean, you got a great offer out in L.A. to do a movie. I saw your fellow cast members. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, well, there's movie stars in it, and it's a director who's got a lot going on.
And I think you got to make a decision what you want to do in life. I get offered all kinds of things. Some of them I can do, some of them I can't.
Right.
You know what this is equivalent to, Artie?
You don't like being in charge of your life.
This is equivalent to having a TV show and getting offered James Bond, like Pierce Brosnan. He couldn't do James Bond then because he had a TV show.
Or he could have done it and dropped the TV show.
No, they wouldn't let him out of his contract.
I'll make it easy.
The deal I have here, I can do whatever I want.
I never would hold you to do anything.
Right.
I'm that kind of guy. I got news for you. Anybody on this show, whether they know it or not, has that deal with me.
You made it pretty damn clear that if I left for the 3 weeks, you were going to be aggravated. I could tell
I made it clear because you were shooting in New York, and I knew when you came up to me and asked my opinion. You asked for my opinion. Don't forget that. You shouldn't have asked for my opinion.
I sort of said, well,
you said to me, let's review. I'm going to tell you how you're being a little boy here.
Okay,
and you're not accepting responsibility. You come up to me, Daddy, and say, Dad, I want to go.
I don't think you're my dad.
Okay.
You're not my father.
But you treat me like I'm your father.
My father ain't around anymore.
You treat me like I'm your father. You're saying to me, hey, Dad, I don't want to be in this position. You're putting me in the position. Dad, what do you think of this? I got a job for a movie.
Right.
And I'm shooting in New York, and I got to leave for 3 weeks. I said, oh, why do you have to leave for 3 weeks if you're shooting in New York? Well, they can't figure out how to make a schedule. I said, well, I bet you they could. Bet you they could figure out how to make a schedule. It's up to you to say, listen, my job is important here, and I can do both, and it's a sacrifice. And lo and behold, you went back and found out you can do it.
But what you're forgetting is, of course, I was able to figure out a way to do it. It was about making my life not insanely crazy. Like, we don't have the budget.
So then you should have gone. So you should have gone and just done the movie.
In between shots, I'm sleeping on a piece of plywood. I need, you know what I mean? It
Welcome to the real world.
It would have been. Hey, it would have been a lot easier to do the movie.
So you should have done it. I said to you, you can do what you want. If you ask my opinion, I would do both. That's me. You're asking my opinion.
Right.
And it's just like this. I get offered a lot of stuff. Here's a funny thing. I get offered 5,000 things a day. Not only work-wise, but in my personal life.
Right.
Like, I'm with one woman, but I could also be with 50. But somewhere inside of me, I say no. Sometimes I say no to alcohol. Sometimes I say no to drugs. Sometimes I say I can limit myself. I'm able to say no. Something is bad for me, I'm not going to do it. And it's the same way you're going to have to limit yourself with whatever you do in life. You can't blame me. If you got an offer for a Hollywood movie, you got to say to yourself, okay, the Hollywood movie came. Maybe it came about because of the show. Maybe it didn't.
Of course
and then you
it
say
did.
To yourself,
that's not the situation.
They're asking me to be away for a month. You don't even have to ask my permission. That's our deal. You can go leave for a month.
I realize
you can leave for a year.
I realize that. But, of course, you have to know what's going on. And I would assume you'd comment on it. And when you commented on it,
wait a second. Did you come to me? Your manager writes Gary an email telling me you're going to be gone for a month. You want me to now comment on it?
No. He wrote an email. They
wrote an email to Gary. Artie got an offer. It would be this is a great opportunity.
They want me to do it. I am thinking about it.
So if it's a great opportunity for Artie, take it. This is a great opportunity too. Weigh it out and do what you want. You're a big boy. It's the same way you said, I don't want to drink right now. You said no to yourself.
Right.
Now you got it. Now you got to decide. You got a lot of good things happening all at once. Don't ask me to make the decision. You make the decision. It's not about me. It's about you. The world is your oyster.
I know what just happened here because I was like, how did we get into this conversation?
It's Lori's fault.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
Artie's pissed that his sister's life got brought up on the show, and that's why he's saying, I'm now going to do whatever I want, because I was making sacrifices for this show, but if this is how I'm going to be treated, now I'm going to do whatever I want.
No, it's not about being
That's exactly
He's mad
what's
at me.
happening.
The girl
You're
goes,
getting upset
don't
about
be mad
us.
at me. What did I do?
I don't feel like I'm being treated poorly here ever.
But Artie, why would this all of a sudden be coming up in this conversation? This is exactly what brought it up.
It just led to this.
And that's what led to it. Now you're pissed because...
You're mad at me. All these guys get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you.
What did I do?
Oh, well.
Listen, I'm a fan of yours.
I swear to God I'm not mad at you.
I'm a fan of yours, right?
I'm mad at the situation I'm in.
All right, look. You're mad because someone's offering you a movie?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell to do because, believe me, I know this business.
I'm going to tell you a
better than
story.
anybody.
I'm going to tell you a story,
It could fail, and then that's it.
I'm going to tell you a story.
I'll be working at a deli.
I'm going to tell you a story, okay?
Which I'd be good at, by the way.
I'm going to tell you a story, Artie, and you take what you want out of it.
All right, go ahead.
A couple of months ago, a guy came to me. He's a very famous director-writer of movies.
Right.
And he sent me a script. And he said, this script is for someone else, a very, very famous actor. I thought of you, and I think you would be great in the role, even better than this great actor, an actor I really respect.
Right.
And I read it, and I loved the script. Artie, this is a very funny script, and a role that I feel would maybe get me an Academy Award. What do you think of that?
Okay.
That's how good I think the roles and how good I'd be in it.
I think that's unbelievable, but go ahead.
Okay. This director has directed... This director's maybe one of my favorite directors of all time.
All right.
Okay. That's how good this guy is.
So it's Bob Saget.
No, it's not Bob Saget. So listen to this.
But somebody like
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story about setting limits and really having a hard time in life.
Okay, good.
So I read the script and I say, I'll do it. I'm going to be in.
All right.
And what it means is I'm probably going to have to shoot for 2 months, do the radio show, and do this movie.
Oh, so they were shooting here.
They would be shooting here, yeah. So, and I said, I'll do it. I said, I'm going to satellite in January. I said, I have to devote myself to satellite at least by the end of October. The only 2 months I can give you is September, October. The guy goes, okay, look, it's going to be rough, but I can do it. I could shoot you in September, October, and but I got to move quick. I said, okay.
In L.A. or here?
Here.
Right.
Okay. I'm the lead character.
Okay.
All right. So, lo and behold, they call me back. They go, look, we got everything all lined up, but we're going to have to shoot October, November. I sat down. I go, this is the movie that I've been waiting for. It's the role I want.
Right.
This is a Howard Stern film without me having written it, but it's my role. It was as if it was destined for me.
Yeah.
And I love acting. I do. I love it. It says October, November. I sat down. I said, well, I got a commitment to satellite. I want to go out and promote satellite. I called him up and I said, I can only do September, October. Now, inside, I was dying. This meant I had to say no to something. He goes, I can't get it together that fast. I have to go with someone else. And that's the end of my movie. Now, the reason I tell you this is not that you should do the same thing.
Because you realize I ain't you, Howard.
No. But I mean, you are you. Artie, you've got a lot of good going on in your life right now.
Okay, yeah.
And you got to recognize it.
All right.
Your life is straightened out. You're on a roll.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Professionally, I don't know what you're doing.
Professionally, my life's been good for a decade.
All right.
I mean, but personally, it's I'm out of control.
All right.
Well, wait a minute. Whose fault is that?
Mine. I'm not blaming anybody, Robin. I'm taking.
So if you go to L.A. and do the movie, is your personal life going to get better?
No.
It's going to get worse.
No.
I don't understand how he brings that up.
He says he goes to L.A. and he goes insane.
Let me ask you something. Here's what I worry about, because me and you have sort of become friendly too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, on a certain level, we're friends. I mean, it's not like
No, you're my friend. Go ahead. Yeah.
You know. Well, I consider
I love you.
I love you too, but I consider
you're a pleasure to work with.
We have more of a business relationship than friends.
Whatever. If you call this business, this is hardly a business to me. But go ahead. Yeah, I sit and talk to you for 4 hours a day.
We actually make a living doing
what do you want to say?
What if I came to you and I said, look, man, I can only go to satellite with you for a couple of months because I have a great opportunity moving to L.A. to do a sitcom. I'm going to roll the dice. It's like I'm a fat guy who could get a sitcom,
right?
And in 7 years, I could be worth $1 billion.
I'd say go do it. Do whatever you want. I told you that. What do you think went on when your contracted satellite? But what went on with your contracted satellite? I didn't want it. I said to you, don't even sign a or do it for a year. Do it for whatever you want.
What if I came to you and I said, look, man, I can only go to satellite with you for a couple of months because I have a great opportunity moving to L.A. to do a sitcom. I'm going to roll the dice. It's like I'm a fat guy who could get a sitcom,
right?
And in 7 years, I could be worth $1 billion.
I'd say go do it. Do whatever you want. I told you that. What do you think went on when your contracted satellite? But what went on with your contracted satellite? I didn't want it. I said to you, don't even sign a or do it for a year. Do it for whatever you want. I don't care.
But he has a corollary. What were you going to say after that? Would you still be friends? Is that what you were going to say?
I'm afraid that
the people at Satellite felt, hey, we're making a financial commitment to Artie. He could give us a year. In other words, we're putting something on the line here. Maybe Artie could give us a year. That's what their feeling is.
Right.
My feeling is this. I don't need you. You want to leave tomorrow. Leave.
I know
you didn't hear the other part of his question.
I didn't say I didn't need you. I want you here. I spent months looking for someone to sit in that chair. Maybe a year's.
Right.
You're the guy. That's your job.
Right.
But Howard, you didn't hear the other part of his question. He's also afraid if he leaves, he'll lose your friendship.
No, you never lose my friendship.
It's important to me.
You do your thing. You do what's best for Artie.
See, I think he's looking for not just for the answer of go do what you got to do. I think he's looking for your blessing, which is
blessing
different.
to do what?
But it's different.
I know you're not going to have my blessing because, quite frankly, if you asked my opinion,
you want me here.
No, it's not. I want you here. I can't believe that movie.
Right.
Is a better opportunity for you than to be here.
F the movie. I'm talking about, like, obviously, my best roll of the dice in this business, like, looking the way I look.
Why are you fixated on this? Let's say a big sitcom comes up.
Right. Okay.
Leave and go do it.
Great opportunity.
And I will try to do what I can, and I have to do what's best for this show.
Right.
You understand that?
Of course I understand.
Right. If you leave to go do a sitcom, that's it. I got to go find someone else. Of course.
So you don't mind me sort of asking for a short-term commitment at satellite radio?
I've already. I thought you were already past that.
I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
I'm not.
I heard you were.
No, I'm not. It's not. Nothing is resolved.
I heard it was resolved.
All right. Well, that's not. What
I heard. Someone called me up and said Artie doesn't want a 5-year deal. Blah blah blah. I said it's okay with me.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because that was never relayed to me. There's a lack of communication.
I said Artie's deal with me has always been he can leave whenever he wants.
More important, right, but the satellite's a different issue. It's a big undertaking you got going on over there, and I get it.
Satellite is saying if we're paying Artie money, and they feel it's a good amount of money, and if you feel it's a good amount of money.
But let me just say something to you.
They want a year commitment, but I personally, I don't care.
Without getting into figures and not sounding like a jerk, I made more on the Norm Show than what they're offering me.
So you're in radio now. Welcome to the nightmare. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is this: your deal can be you can leave tomorrow, and that can always be your deal. That can be your deal, and your manager should know it. Your agent should know it.
Right.
All your people should know it.
I have an amazing agent. I have an amazing manager. They look, but here's where the shrink should try to fix me. The insane guilt I have of leaving you guys because I love everyone here to death personally.
But why are you fixated on this?
And you're the reason I have these opportunities. And I'm like,
well, then you weigh it out. If this is the reason you have these opportunities, and this is why your name is out there,
I lose sleep over it. I'm like, the reason I could get a sitcom.
Do you have a sitcom? Do you have a sitcom?
There's several opportunities that I've turned down in the last year.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story.
Right.
Jay Thomas had a really good radio career. He was here at 99X in New York.
Right.
And someone said to him, we're going to hire you for the Mork and Mindy show. While it was on the air, biggest sitcom there ever was. Mork and Mindy, one of the biggest on the air at that time.
While it was on already?
While it was on.
They're going to create a character for him.
They created a character for Jay Thomas.
Right.
He quit his radio gig, moved out to L.A., took Mork and Mindy. The show was on for a year and then tanked. That was it.
Right.
And Jay's never recovered radio-wise. Now, that's his career trajectory.
Howard, look, I know.
I look at that. You got to know. I mean, you got to know how many holding deals they got in L.A. for sitcoms.
Howard, I've had 4 of them.
Ask Bob. What's his name? No, not Bob Saget. Bob Schimmel.
Hey, can I ask Artie a question?
I've done 1 million projects in this business, Howard. 2 of them I've considered successful. This show and my DVD. If you could call it Mad TV stayed on the air for 10 years, so maybe. But everything else is just marred with failure. I get it. Like, I know about failure. That's what show business is.
Artie,
but you can make a lot of money in failure. I get.
Well, then go back to failing and make a lot of money.
You know what? I got to say something here, Artie. Wait a minute.
What do you want from me?
Listen to me for a second.
What is it you're asking me for?
I'm willing to roll.
What do you want? Tell me what you need.
I'm not asking you anything. I'm just expressing my feelings of how, like, if I went to do the sitcom, what's bugging me is feeling guilty.
Why? I'm telling you I don't care.
You're going to feel guilty.
You're going to feel guilty if you screw up your career.
And if that happens, fine. At least I know I took the shot. But
Artie,
you know what I mean? Like, I took the
You told us there was one sitcom you turned down because you knew you'd be miserable doing it.
Right, but that's not always the situation. There's a couple that I think I would have loved.
Right, Artie,
and you turned them down?
Yes, I did.
Here's what you got.
Yes,
you got the manager, you got the agent. They're whispering.
No, I know.
Whispering.
I know what they're whispering.
Look at me. Look. Whispering.
Yeah, I get it.
Artie, we've got fame and fortune. Your own thing.
It's here. It's right
It's going to happen. You know, Jackie got the sickness.
But Howard, let me tell you something. When I was a longshoreman, there were guys saying to me, "You're an idiot for trying to be in show business."
No, I'm not saying that. And I'm telling you,
them, I'd be loading orange juice and Nork right now.
If someone comes to you and says, "Artie, we have a sitcom," Frank Sebastiano writes Dirty Work 2, and he says, "We're going to go write it."
That ain't going to happen.
All right, well, maybe he will. But if that's it, and that's the thing that is your career path,
right?
I would always wish you well. You don't have to feel guilty for a second. I'm blessed that you were here for the short couple of years you were here. I would like you to be with us when we go to satellite and be with us in future projects. If that is giving you pain and angst and pressure, you don't do it.
If it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go.
Get rid of it. If it's time to go, it's time to go.
Howard, can I ask Artie one quick question?
There's been no one more important in my career than you.
You don't have to say it.
That'll be true if I become,
we're friends for life. We're friends for life.
So when you pick up your Emmy, remember to thank him.
No.
Well, that'll never happen.
But Artie,
where I see my friends is here. You understand? Like Stuttering John was like, how come you don't get together with me? I love to go do a Tonight Show. I go, because I don't get together with anybody. This is where I see my friends. I see Robin here.
Right. I don't want to leave on bad terms. I've never
You're not leaving.
On bad terms.
How are you leaving on bad terms? Are you leaving? Is this what you're telling us?
No. I might not be at satellite for. What I'm saying is, I might not be at satellite for the run.
So don't. Who cares?
But
if
that
Fred,
first day on the air,
Robin, Gary, I'm at satellite for the run. Other people don't have to be. Satellite is my thing. I'm inviting everyone to the party.
I know.
If you want to come to the party, come to the party.
And you let me come to the party for 4 years, and it's been amazing.
If you don't want to come to the party, don't come to the party.
Artie, we make the commitment ourselves. I decide how long I want to be here. I decide that I've been here this long.
I know.
I know it. What are you talking? I mean, I could leave if I wanted to.
Of course, I know that. I gotta
get to the pageant.
One final question.
I decided it was important to me.
Artie, take away the money aspect of it.
Right.
And where do you think? And this isn't a jaded question. Where do you think you would find more enjoyment, doing this or doing a sitcom, or do you not know because you don't know what the sitcom is?
Well, take the money out. He's saying he'd rather have the money.
Yeah, he's saying I want a big money payout.
Sometimes you think about.
Would someone just promise me they'll never come in here and say they went on a date with Stacey Lang? Please, it's killing me. It's killing my whole plan. I got a great bit lined up.
There's nothing more fun than doing this show.
I just know it brings you personal enjoyment, and sometimes something that gets you more money doesn't always bring you the same joy.
Yeah, Steve, go ahead.
It kills your soul.
Steve, you're on the air.
Robin.
Yes?
You tell him, Artie, that he, all his problems. You sound like a doctor. What's your problem? You're all over him. Leave the guy alone.
She hasn't said a word.
He's been talking for an hour. I haven't said anything.
Yes, she is.
No, she hasn't.
You're fixated. You haven't been listening.
Marianne, go ahead.
Artie, let me compose myself. First of all, Artie, in everyday life, people have to make job decisions. And, that's like a cop-out. You're saying, like, you're being held back because you have to decide. And in life, you know what, Artie? People find a job they love and people to work with that they love. And you know what? They don't go to get the Ray Romano show. They stay there because they like it. Why can't you decide? It's not that complicated.
Wade, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I've been a listener for 20 years. I just think you're the greatest thing ever in entertainment. But I can't listen when Artie's on. I turn the channel. And, just like you say, if you don't like it, turn the channel. But I know I can't pay for satellite knowing that he's going to be on, and I have a request.
Well, it turns out he might not be there, so you could come with us.
Let's say that he stays. I have a suggestion or request. Have 3 out of the 5 days of the week or 2 out of the 5 of the days of the week Artie free days, because when he's not on the show, I tune in. I'm there for the whole 4 hours. He's the biggest mama's boy going. He hates women. His imitations of blacks, Southerners, and old people are all exactly the same. I haven't heard a funny thing he said yet.
Well, there you go. Maybe this is great.
Let's have Artie free days on satellite, because I can't see paying if he's on, because I don't listen when he's on.
Sir, could you call every day?
Anthony, you're on the air.
I don't agree with that last caller. I think Artie needs to learn from his past and know that he's probably going to fail again. And if he fails again,
oh, jeez.
I remember when Artie came here, he kept talking to me about it. He was a loser, a failure. He's going to ruin this show because everything he touches gets ruined. And I've felt that he's made a lot of progress. I think he feels good about himself. He's got a nice situation. I always thought this was a haven and a good job. But when it stops being that, you got to go.
yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, Artie's a great guy, and I love him in the show, but I think if he does this and he fails, he's just going to drink himself to death because he won't even have a job with you anymore.
I'm not leaving here some big, like, acting like some big shot saying I'm definitely going to go do this. Of course I know I can
maybe
fail.
you had enough of this.
Of course I know
Frank, go ahead. You're on the air. Yeah, Frank. All right, Frank's got. We got to take a break. Look, Artie, I wish you luck with your decision. Don't bother me about it. You do what you have to do.
I don't bother you about stuff.
Don't ask me. You do what you have to do. You decide what to do. I'm not Big Daddy here. This is just a work opportunity that is provided to a few lucky people.
You're right.
That's it. Scott, you're on the air.
Hey, I got to tell you, Howard, this is the most real radio that I've ever heard. I'm calling from Portland, Oregon. It's, God knows what time it is right now. It woke me up from sleep. I've loved Artie on the show. I love all you guys. And, it's career suicide to jump from a successful operation to do something.
No, Artie has a plan, and Artie's saying
this might not be answering all of Artie's needs.
Artie's a creative guy. He has things he needs to do in life, and that's okay with me.
Look, if I do
I don't want anyone to be here who is unhappy.
If I do this and it fails, think of all the hours over at the you could giggle about.
No, we won't even go there because as soon as you leave, believe me, you'll be forgotten, and we'll never mention you again.
I'm talking about 10 seconds of giggling.
Hey, we really should break because even Bob Saget's here now.
Well, Bob Saget can go home now because tell Bob he's going to have to wait. We're now, because of Artie's problems, we haven't even gotten to the hottest chick, biggest fan contest, which I'm dying to get to.
We still have to pick go from 6 to 3 and then play the game.
And I can't believe how Dead Air Dave is interrupting this segment so much.
I'm just watching the Psychosis.
What do you think?
Artie, you got to stay. Are you kidding? What, are you crazy?
I understand.
All right.
I understand. A lot of people are telling me that, too.
No,
How does this keep happening to us?
I don't know.
What do we do?
The difference is I don't have hatred or bitterness towards anyone.
We don't have that toward you.
I know that, too.
Who left that has bitterness, hatred? Jackie?
I don't know. I mean,
Jackie had a real mental problem.
I can't speak for Jackie. I have no idea.
Right. Okay. Look, you sit down and calm down. This guy went on a few dates with your sister. We don't know what happened.
Look,
that's your business.
I don't even mind that.
Guys, sorry.
Thanks for having me. Boxing match.
Believe me, I don't mind that.
You're great for the show, Artie. You're the best thing that's happened.
Thank you.
That's right. Absolutely, Artie. All right. Sit down, you baby gorilla.
I'm a baby gorilla. What do you want from me?
All right.
Look, I mean, I am nuts. You got a guy who's nuts. You're going to have to deal with it.
Artie, we're going to have to take a break, even if you are nuts.
You have career opportunities. Things are happening, blossoming. Suddenly, the agent's returning the calls. The manager. There's a lot going on.
Don't make it a problem.
Suddenly, the agent's returning calls.
Look at you. You're an important player in Hollywood. Listen to me.
No, I'm not.
Pursue your dream.
I don't think that.
I never want to stand in your way.
Not an important.
You decide to do what you want and have your manager contact me and let me know. All right, we're going to take a break.
Yeah, we'll get another email.
Gary, send me the email from Artie's manager.
My manager's very powerful. When you get an email, you better open it.
The email was unbelievably creative.
Really?
All right, yes. This is a great P.S. This is a great opportunity for Artie. Good. Glad my opportunity sucks.
What do you want from me?
You really knew how to turn me on. Okay. I am going to now take a break. I'm going to come back. Okay.
Yes, let's regroup.
I want to know why that guy was listening. Yeah, he'll call in if he doesn't listen when I'm on.
The only thing more comfortable than being in this room on the air would be being in this room off the air.
Yeah. Go shave for your movie.
Time for your shave.
Oh, well, that's great. Now I got to shave in the K-Rock
Go shave for your movie.
Cut his nose off.
Try not to catch herpes.
Yeah.
I got to go shave around the pubic hair that's on the knob of the sink.
And please tell your manager to write me. Dear Howard, great news. We got Artie a job other than yours, and it's a really great job.
Right. Yeah.
So we don't need you.
This is a real opportunity.
You see what
you need a manager. You need a manager.
That's not
you need a manager.
That's not what it
said. To smooth things over for your manager. All right.
What did it say?
No, it just said, this is a great opportunity for Artie. I go, oh, good.
So there's a possibility that something may come up. It was sort of like a preliminary, like, we want to let you guys in the loop.
Yes, thank you.
Right?
I'll stand by and wait for the next communication.
So you're in the loop.
Now I'm in the loop. It's an exciting loop.
It's an evil loop.
Yes, Tom.
Can we please take this break?
Tom, I'm trying to work toward a break. I think you can hear that in my voice, okay? Yeah. Okay?
Artie went out, for those of you who missed this, and this will all be documented on you, but this is some of the highlights. Artie went out with these gay guys. He was very uptight, obviously. He's very homophobic, I think.
I don't think that's true at all.
Let's listen to the tape. and became quite uncomfortable. They took him out to spa. Artie became very agitated, felt bad about looking at his body. They gave him like a clay bath. A mud wrap, and Artie had to take off his clothes, and Artie felt gross.
It looked terrible.
So then they took Artie out to lunch, and Artie started drinking Jack Daniels heavily.
Pounding them
because of how he felt about himself. He got loaded. He was buzzed, and then they took him shopping, and he demanded more alcohol. He wanted a whole bottle of Jack Daniels. Here's a little clip of Artie begging Doug Goodstein to get him a bottle.
Doug, what happened to the booze? I thought you wanted to have a good shot of this will make for a way better show.
What'd you ask me? What'd you want?
Jack Daniels. And ice, whatever.
Glass and some ice.
I want Jack Daniels.
Garrett, Top, what are you doing here?
You know, Artie, you shouldn't be laughing at Nick Nolte.
No, I was just about to say that I'm a younger version of him.
Yeah.
Jack Daniels. Whatever.
You know what? He was hanging around with so many gay guys, he started to sound gay.
No, I started to get a gay accent.
I know you did. Whatever.
Well, you see what happens? Like, that's a perfect example. You start drinking, you're having a good time, and then a guy comes in and goes, ooh, Carrot Top. What are you doing here?
So they gave in, got Artie's Jack Daniels, like all enablers, the network gave in.
Well, they had to get through this afternoon.
Yeah, it was tough to get Doug to get me Jack Daniels.
And Artie explains that, you know, when he drinks, he can't stop.
Right. So
but he doesn't have a problem. He just, once he starts, he doesn't want to lose his buzz.
That's right. He just should never start.
Yeah. Because you were feeling pretty good right there, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, you can tell he's obviously drunk, but he doesn't want to not be drunk.
So he gets so loaded that he becomes belligerent and starts screaming at the gay guys. And at first they're kind of laughing about it, but then it gets uncomfortable.
Let's do some fashion, shall we?
Okay. Speaking of gay guys, let's Okay. All right. Woo! Come over here. Let's try some stuff on. Which one of you gay guys wants to
Which one doesn't?
I got enough liquor in me to a gay guy.
Oh, boy.
None of these gay guys have the balls to me, and I guarantee it.
You know what, Artie? I think you wanted those guys to do you.
Well,
you were really gaying it up.
I think I sound the direct opposite of homophobic.
Artie.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I sound
but
like
you're insulting them.
Don't try to put a good face on this.
Listen, if you watch this tape, they're having a great... If you call
No, you want to know something seriously?
What?
Well, hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. Let's finish this little tape.
All right, let's go. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Okay.
70's drunk.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
All right.
How about queer-eyed straight guy? Yeah, they don't have the balls for that, Bravo, do they? I'm an ugly straight guy, but they won't me. Some Ben Affleck looking. Who wants to a real guy? Right here.
We're taking numbers. Who's next?
I'll make a list.
Okay.
I'll put this on and any bag in here right now.
Hey, you need some more Jack or something over here?
Get me some more Jack and I'll any fruit in this place. I'll put this on. You can pretend I married you, you
We'll have a little house on the prairie wedding. It'll be fantastic.
This is for me.
Cut out a hole for my ass and me.
Oh, boy. There's a treat.
Okay.
So anyway, Artie's impression is they're having a good time with
Oh, yes, he's funny as hell.
The two gay dudes are pulling people aside going, look, we want out of this. We don't want to do it. I mean, they were going insane from Artie.
Kind of really, lost my, mood to, be here right now. Yeah. Because, it was fun for a while, but it's not fun anymore.
I'm not laughing at you.
No, I know. I'm just saying I can't do what I do, which is dress people. It's really fun. I'm sure they have a really funny tape, and I'll look like an idiot. But
they were going insane to him.
Yeah. In fact, one of the guys who was with him never got over it.
No.
He put the best face on it, but he never got over it.
Well, I'm sorry about that, because the rest of the day... If you watch the rest of the day, they love me.
Make you want to hurt him. You say he's a faggot, you want to kick in his brains. You say he's a faggot, does it make you sick to your stomach?
Shut up.
doesn't make. I love hanging out with those guys.
Hey, Doug, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Artie sounds like a horse's ass drunk like that.
Oh, Artie can get hammered, man. Artie can just get loaded.
You know, I also think he really does want to get plowed by one of those guys.
Oh, yeah, me too. I mean, he's screaming for it.
You know, it sounds like Artie, if he was a good-looking guy, he'd just be gay.
I sound like a fun-loving guy on that.
The only reason he's straight is he's not good-looking enough to be gay.
Gay rape.
To men,
I'm not straight.
we stand for equal rights for all people.
These guys and then play baseball.
Good Lord.
Right.
Look at how political everything is.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you know, you get booze and homosexuals, it gets political.
Yeah. He was just out of his mind.
Let's take those off and then we'll compare.
Let's take those off.
Here.
I'll take these off.
Let's take them off and we'll compare.
Artie taking off his pants.
Hey, Gerard, get the Jew broad to come back.
I get
Because
I can't. Oh, boy. Here we go. Wow. Put a mic in your pocket. Just happy to see me.
Both.
Now, what?
Go get the Jew broad over here.
Yeah, what the hell? I told you he's every minority's nightmare.
And these gay dudes brought them to all the stores that they shop in regularly.
They're friends there.
Look, I get a little drunk, and I'm a fun-loving guy. Everybody...
I'm going to show you a little trick. You can normally tell if pants are going to fit you.
Speaking
you
of...
can wrap them around your neck.
Speaking of little tricks, where's that midget I
Jay's out. Jay, he wants you.
Where's the,
Here, hold on.
Where's the Jew broad?
Hold on. There we go. Wow, you look cuter already.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Who wants to me?
Now.
Here he's back again.
Everybody
out there want to get
ethnicity to him.
Okay, me here. Let's roll this up. Now, what we could do is we can just cut these off.
Oh, here comes Kerry.
Oh,
where's my Jack Daniels?
Mr. Romance.
Oh, thank you.
Where's my Jack Daniels?
Is this really Jack Daniels? Don't f with me, Gerard. Come on.
You know Jack Daniels by now. Not enough.
He's his favorite designer. How's that?
What'd you mix this with?
And you're at this point drinking alone, right, Artie? I mean, no one's drinking with you.
I doubt anyone else in the room is drinking.
Yeah.
And you really don't care.
Well, I mean, at that point, no, I don't think I care. Gerard.
B-roll.
I've still got mud in my There's still some Godiva chocolate in my hole.
Ted, we need you in...
Can't believe those guys didn't bang you. You're such a turn-on.
Yeah.
Even the girls must have wondered.
I mean, you know what? I really have to apologize.
Steve, you're on the air.
Hey, Artie, and Howard and Robin, how are you?
All right.
Listen, Artie, I had a lot of respect for you before hearing this now. And, again, you have to show some professionalism. You do work for Howard. When you're out there, you have to...
you know how professional we are.
No, you're right.
You can represent us in any way, and Artie certainly did.
In all honesty, there was a lawyer I ran into in Chicago, and he represents a lot of guys who get fired for the wrong reasons, and he said to me, Art, he goes, I can't imagine a company not firing you. For that, he goes, I can't imagine, he goes, a landscaping company would have fired you.
Who's already wrapping up the day?
I think stuff today went great, I think.
I'm completely misreading the whole thing.
The fags are happy. I think that, you know... As someone who is a non-fag, I think that fags are... I think that a lot of the guys who aren't afraid of getting banged in the... As far as fact...
Boy, is he drunk.
What the hell is he trying to say?
This is my Nick Nolte.
Yeah, you're sounding a little Nick Nolte-ish.
I sound exactly like Nick Nolte.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing Nick Nolte all over the place.
I hang out with scientists.
I tell you.
I've been in churches. I've been back in AA. You've searched a variety of places for...
Yeah, and stupidly I was searching for a cure. There is none. But it's not, I wanted to know the science of it. I wanted to know the genetic components as far as things.
Oh, God. Genetic components.
Artie did apologize afterwards, so you should.
To who? Where did he... Oh, where's the apology?
Oh, here, I got it here. It's not good.
Can I say it now that I'm sober?
No, it's no fun when you're sober.
Sorry. Really, yeah.
The apology shouldn't include the word faggot.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was...
And Jew broad.
Yeah, that was bad. It was all very bad.
Yeah.
I'm a bad boy.
But I love everybody. I think that's what that tape proved.
We can tell.
This is like a Don Rickles closer.
I love hanging out with everybody.
I kid because I love.
I tease because I love.
They call me the favorite straight guy ever, by the way. That's on tape. I swear it's on tape.
They were trying to shut you up.
Before I got drunk, they said.
When we were at the spa, I took all my clothes off, and I got so depressed at how grotesque my body is that it reminded me that I'll never look like a good-looking guy. And I got so depressed that I started drinking. I drink when I'm depressed, and I got so drunk that I lashed out against gay people. And I just want to say that I love gay people. It's just the liquor talk. It's the liquor talk.
All drunken guys all sound like that.
Voice starts
like a
to
pirate.
go there, yeah.
It's the liquor talk against gay people, or black people, or Hispanic people. I would never lash out against Eskimos or Canadian people. I would never lash out against Jewish people or Indians, American Indians. I wouldn't even lash out against the Dot-Head Indians because I love maybe Arabs because of the terrorism stuff. But that's the only group I'd lash out against is the Arabs because of the crazy terrorism that we've been going through. 9/11 is an example. I'm sorry. 9/11 is an example.
They got to go take it for a haircut. Did the makeover go as you expected?
I'm telling you, the makeover went. I'll tell you what. It went as.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? You're close to Jeff the Drunk there. Tell you what.
I'll tell you what. The makeover went as good as it could, guys.
Exactly as I've always envisioned me drinking with 5 gay guys. I got drunk and yelled anti-gay stuff. But I would never do that sober because that's not how I am. I love the gay community. I love the gay
community.
I love the gay community. I'd like to apologize to the fags. Jesus.
Nancy, good morning. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
That's Artie. How many years?
2 years away. He's almost there.
It has been, on a personal level, a bit of a tough season.
I ended up with my most famous mugshot.
It was a mugshot.
Yeah, I'm surprised the fans don't have a hold of it to sign.
Nobody's asked you to autograph that one yet?
I don't know why. I particularly think it's my best mugshot and probably my best acting. Which way is your home, Mr. Nolte? It's either that way or that way. Would you step out of the car?
You make light of it this morning.
She's fun.
Oh, boy.
Why is the fire extinguisher frowning at me? I want to shoot the sun.
love everything about the gay community. I love the show Friends.
He's 2 years away.
Oh, a lot of those actors are gay that are on that show. I love the show Sex and the City, which is written by a lot of really, like, sucking fags. I love the show.
It's lifelong. So it's a matter of balance and control. And sometimes you just...
Is that any kind of a wake-up call?
There's absolutely no way to defend that. I can't even think of an argument.
Jerry, what's up?
Hey, Artie.
Yeah, man.
When you were in Vegas, was that a male prostitute or a female prostitute? Drunk bastard.
It was a chick. It was a chick.
Sure.
Steve, you're on the air. That's going to air on E soon.
I can't wait.
Steve, go ahead.
How you doing, Howard?
Hey,
I just want to say, first off, that you guys have a great show, man. I've loved you ever since day one. Two, that thing with Kate Hudson yesterday was hysterical. Funniest thing I've ever heard. The Real American
A-hole, yeah.
Real American A-hole.
That was classic.
Oh, good, thank you.
My question is to Artie. Artie, how many drinks did you have, dude? You sounded wasted.
That's a good question. Really, how many? Yeah. What did you drink?
I don't really know.
But at lunch, when you were already drunk, how many did you have?
I probably had 3 at lunch. But they were tall, you know.
They were tall drinks. And
we went to some joint Beppe, which was amazing, by the way.
And did you have a whole bottle at the showroom there?
They
or
had
whatever?
a bottle at this place, this clothing. I forget the name.
And you were just drinking heavily, just getting wasted.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks, bud.
Now, were you drinking straight from the bottle, or did you use a glass?
No, I used the glass, Ron. What do you think you're talking to? Some sort of neophyte?
Artie's Makeover on Monday.
Oh, good.
That's Monday on E. And tonight is JD's Makeover with Beth O.
Yeah, that one a little better.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if Jay Leno's makeover went like mine.
Did
Yeah. It'll never be interesting. Just be,
I can wear some of this stuff. I mean, it is a little bit gay, but I like everyone. I like you guys. I'm not going to let any reality get into this. I ain't going to say anything real. I'm certainly not going to drink. I'm not saying. Not bang any fig in here. That's right.
Andrew, you're on the air.
Hi, yeah, I wanted to say thanks for railing against the Pope yesterday when you were talking about his stance on homosexuality.
It's absurd.
And I also wanted to say I'm really disappointed that you haven't, given Artie a much harder time about his performance last week with his makeover. I think you should fire him, and I think he is a total homophobe. He says fag, fruit, and gay guy at least 3 times a day.
But that's a term of affection, dude.
It's a term of affection. And one other thing, Artie, you really don't need to worry about being homophobic. It always seems like the fattest, ugliest guys are homophobes, and there is no way in hell anyone would ever go after him.
Ooh. I mean,
that hurt.
You're saying everything that I realize.
Well,
He knows it.
but there's no excuse. I think you totally promote all of the attitudes that Howard is against.
Well, there it is.
You know?
There it is.
You are so prejudiced and so disgusting, and it's one of the reasons why I've stopped listening to the show.
Oh. Wow.
Because of Artie?
Yeah.
All right, Artie, you're fired.
No, I mean, it's really disappointing because, okay, look, I'm gay. I started listening to the show about 3 years ago because I hated, I just believed everything I always heard about you. So I didn't listen. I started to listen. I thought it was really funny, but I can't take Artie anymore.
All right, well.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Artie, you've cost me a listener now.
I'll go get drunk with you, man.
Well,
I will.
Okay, yeah, I'll take you up on that.
Come down here, and I'll go buy you some drinks, and we'll hang out. I guarantee.
Artie's going to give himself the date rape drug, too, on the date.
I am no homophobe.
All right, well, let me put you on hold, sir, and we'll arrange for your date with Artie.
Let's go get a drink.
Cool.
Andrew, let's get a drink. I'm being serious.
Okay, no.
All right, I put you on hold. Oh. No, I did. I put him on hold. I put him back on hold. If he's there, hold on, and we'll arrange for that date.
Hey, now. Hey now, hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
What's happening?
Hey now.
Hey now. And good morning to you. It's Tuesday.
Hey now.
And we have one more show to do. We take it one day at a time here on this show because you never know. You never know when we'll be gone.
What?
I said you'll never know when we'll be gone. I mean, you know this. You know the business. We are persona non grata around here.
I thought you had some information.
No, but I like to make people think I do. Here's startling news to start the show off.
All right.
Artie out again today.
Oh, my.
And not even sure why.
What do you mean?
All right, I'm going to play you the call.
Oh, dear.
Not even sure there's an illness.
Another Artie call.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Gary, it's Artie. It's Tuesday morning. Hey, man, I'm not coming in again today. I'm so sorry, man. I just feel like crap. I feel awful. I just can't make it in. All right? I'm sorry, man.
Oh, dear.
I'm really, really sorry. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I don't know what's going on there.
Artie's got to give up this movie. It's killing him.
Now, it's funny you say that. I said to Baba Bufai, I said, ever since I had that discussion with Artie about how I felt about his movie, he's been missing more days of work. Now, I don't know if it's getting to him or, like I don't know what's going on with him. He's not being honest with me. Take the 3 weeks off, then. It's going to kill you.
This is crazy.
Artie asked me how I felt about him doing this movie. I said, I'm happy for you. Maybe there's a way that you can work your schedule so that you can honor your commitment here. You got 2 weeks off in July. You could shoot then. And this movie's obviously right around the corner because he's shooting in July.
Right.
You got 2 weeks in July. You got a week in August. I said, that's 3 weeks. You need 6 weeks to do it, or 5 weeks to do it. I said, if you got 2 more weeks, so you go in after the show. You can leave here 9:30 and leave.
Yeah, you do the heavy lifting when you're off, and then, they leave the cleanup work for the 2 weeks that you're working and doing the show.
And then he said to me in that conversation, man, I don't think, I could do that. There's a budget. And I said, well, you asked my opinion. I'm telling you, you're an important part of the show, and I'd love to see you try to honor both commitments. I mean, I've done it. I've been in a movie I shot for 4 months, and I know it's not easy, but you talk about...
You were there every day.
Yeah. He goes, well, the budget and this, and I go, well, listen, you asked me how I felt. I'd love for you to be here, if you can honor that commitment. If not, then fine. I mean, do whatever you think is best. That was it. That was the conversation. And ever since then... He's been missing days. He's been sick.
And this is after he basically had no days of missing work.
Yeah, he was one of these guys. He'd be in here no matter what.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. And this time he didn't even say he was sick.
He just said he felt like crap, which makes me believe that he's worrying himself to death.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. It's a small little movie. It's going to be fun for him to do, and then it'll be over. Hey, Eric.
Hey, Howard. I used to do oxys, man. I tell you, they used to give me I used to have diarrhea bad. Sounds like it might be that, man.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know.
It always starts the moment Artie work.
I mean, it's true. I mean, even my mind goes to that. But I'm hoping not.
Yeah,
I'm on treatment. I'm on treatment right now for it, and it's a bad thing, man. That's like the first symptom when you don't have it.
Diarrhea?
Yeah, diarrhea, and you vomit big time.
Ew.
When you detox from them.
Well, I don't know what's going on. What do you think's going on, Fred?
I would agree with you. That was my first thought last time. And then he came in and he gave a compelling thing. No, it's not the movie. It's not this. It's not that. And But now, with this message, I'm going back to my original thought.
Gary says to me, Baba Booey says to me, it's not that. But not that he knows. But
he thinks it's something else.
But, I mean, Robin brings up a good point. The guy was here for 4 years, hasn't missed a day.
Right.
He would get drunk on the air, be wheeled down the hall in Vegas. And
still
he'd show up
make
for the broadcast.
Yeah.
Gary, what did...
Something's not quite right.
What did you say Artie said to you? About going off into the sunset or something? What did he say to you?
He said this on the air last week.
What did he say?
He said that if I fall off the wagon or if I go nuts or whatever, he goes, it won't be a big deal. You'll just never see me again. He goes, I just go underground and you'll never hear from me again.
And so what are you saying?
Well, I keep hearing from him.
Oh, so it's all right with that.
Yeah, he said like, I'll unplug my phone and you'll just never know.
Oh, wonderful.
That's nice. I hope that's not the case.
Well, Gary seems to think not because he's staying in touch.
I don't know. I'm sure I would have already said it, but like, there's not even an illness in this one.
Right.
And the guys in the office were saying, it seems like every time Artie makes one of these calls, it seems a little bit easier for him.
Yeah.
That's true too. Well, I'm getting that.
The other thing is he just keeps apologizing nonstop. I don't know how many apologies where he said I'm sorry in there. It was like I'm sorry.
But the first call he was like tortured. That one is just like, oh, this again.
Yeah. Mike, hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, I remember when Artie first started, you told him he could take time off to do other projects and do the show.
Yeah, and by the way, that still stands. I even said to him, Artie, I never held you to any kind of schedule. If you have to go off and do some things, I understand. I said, but...
And he has done that from time to time.
Right, but I said, you're talking about 3 weeks at a time, and if you're shooting in New York, is there a way you can do both? That's all I said. I said, and if you need to go do the 3 weeks, then do it. But if you're asking my opinion, I think maybe you could work a schedule where you do both. Because you become an important part of the show. We made a commitment to you. He's coming over to Satellite with us. I mean, Artie's part of the family. Artie's our guy.
Is there something with that seat?
I don't know.
That always makes a problem.
People go nuts. But, I mean, he might genuinely just be ill. Sometimes
But again, I told you, a guy of his age who's this ill, it should be, like terminal.
Yeah.
There's
it
no
might be.
such thing.
He might be dying.
I don't know.
He's testing you.
Well, it's not even a test. I tell you what, if he's testing me, then I flunked the test. Because, listen, Robin and I can sit here with Fred and Benji and Gary and all the gang and do the show. I just like having Artie here. He's part of the sound of the show.
We love him.
We love him. And I said that to him that day. I said, Artie, The reason I want you here is because I love you. I think you're great on the show. I think you've really had an impact. I think people love hearing you.
Absolutely. I love hearing his stories after a weekend of travel.
Yeah.
It's great.
But he's
I do
also...
remember the conversation because it had to do with Jackie, what the shenanigans Jackie was pulling, and then Artie came on board, and, you told him.
I'll tell you one thing with Jackie, and I think Jackie would be the first to admit this, because I've heard from Jackie periodically, sporadically. And I think he would turn to you now and say, I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Right.
And I think that Artie also has been taking his weekends and going and traveling and doing all these live shows, which he hates doing.
Which he said he was going to cut down on, and I
Right.
haven't seen any reduction.
Because he wants the money. And that's fair, but then don't miss your gig.
Well, that's the whole point. He said he hated it, and he was going to cut back. But I haven't seen any cutback at all.
No.
I'm just hearing a dialogue here I don't like because I hate to lose Artie. He's a big part of the show. We really enjoy him.
I love Artie. I really do. And I actually
but we
love
don't want to
him.
kill Artie.
Yeah, and I love him personally. I mean, he's just a great guy to work with and hang with. And, I try to also protect Artie in a way. Like sometimes me, I like to beat up on everyone for fun. And sometimes,
just for your own amusement.
But the reason that sometimes I don't with Artie is because I see that
he's vulnerable.
He's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well,
and I didn't realize how vulnerable until the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right. It's funny because I started to think about, Artie's always said this is the happiest he's ever been in his adult life.
Right.
But I started to, when you hear Artie's week and Artie's schedule and everything, you realize the areas where he finds happiness sort of don't exist. When he goes on the road on the weekends, he doesn't seem happy.
Right.
He seemed very quiet here. I don't hear what he does at night anymore. He just doesn't seem. He seems even less happy than he used to seem. That he used to joke about.
Wow.
When he joked that he was unhappy.
All right, I got to be honest with you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know one thing you're talking about. When is it? Is he happy now or is he unhappy?
He's unhappy now.
All right, and you saw him at a time when he was happy?
Yes. I saw him at a time when he got here, he was happier.
He was happy when he got here.
He would talk about things that he did, fun that he had when he went out.
Right.
Now the weekends suck because he's unhappy to go out on the gigs. He doesn't seem very happy when he's here.
Right.
I don't hear him tell any happy stories of anything he did at night. It just doesn't seem to be any happiness anymore.
I mean, maybe this is nuts, but maybe it's because the Yankees are slumping.
But don't laugh. In a way, that's one of the things. I'm not saying that's the reason, but that's the thing that brings Artie happiness every night to watch.
But maybe he's not even going to the games because he's all worn out.
But even watching them, you go to bed and it's like, the Yankees lost again. It's just another thing that's going wrong.
Are you saying his professional life is annoying and his personal life is a 2?
I'm saying that professional and personal are a 2.
A 2. That's serious. Yes, Bobo.
Hey, how you doing, Bobo the businessman? Listen, I think maybe Artie has a relationship problem, maybe with Dana. Maybe he's kind of bummed out because they don't sound like a medical problem. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. They've had problems before. Artie didn't miss work.
That's right.
Yeah.
They broke up, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, they broke up.
Artie told that story that was so sad about how he saw her at the muffin shop and they looked at each other and you could tell that he was really sad, yet he was at work every day.
Right.
Right.
Sad.
But listen,
Joan Rivers wants to say something.
Hey, listen, Fred, I'll see you at the Funky Fish on the June 25th. Make sure the fans are out there for King Norris.
You got it, man. Thanks.
Bobo's going to be there, Fred. With his hair.
Bring all your friends.
Bring your hair, Bobo.
He's got a new look. He shaved off his mustache.
You're kidding.
Still looks like the same bald guy with a rub.
Does he go to all your gigs?
Yeah. Every time I've been there, he's been there.
I understand he's a big fan of 30-odd Foot of Grunt, too. He goes to all their shows.
That means I got to punch somebody out now.
Yes, Chris.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah. Oh, this is not Chris. This is Mark. Sorry.
How you doing? That's all right. Listen, there's 2 things going on here with Artie. One, he's a blue-collar guy, grew up in Jersey. He's been used to being mediocre his whole life, and all of a sudden in the last year or 2, he's experienced a lot of success. And he can't handle this. He's getting a good-looking girl. He's getting the money. He's getting the fame. And it's driving him bananas. And now he's got this movie he's doing. And what he's doing, the second thing he's trying to do here, he's setting himself up to be fired so he can do this. So he doesn't have to blame himself for pursuing what he wants to pursue. So he's setting you guys up. Geez, I missed too much work. I was sick. They couldn't hold on to me. They had to let me go. Everything's okay. It's his way of rationalizing it. He's trying to destroy himself, man. He's used to mediocrity, and this fame is killing him.
Well, that's kind of where my theory is at, that there's a lot of pressure here for some reason. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of pressure to us, but it might be a lot of pressure to him.
What if
He's a blue-collar guy. He's used to that kind of lifestyle. And all
I'm a
of sudden-
blue-collar guy, too, honestly. I mean, seriously. I mean,
Who's not blue here?
yeah, we're all
Well, you've
blue.
had-
We're about
you've
as
had
blue as
20
it
years.
gets.
Now you've had 20 years to get used to it. This has hit him overnight almost, and it's brought him from stand-up comic drinking on a stage with nobody coming or shows half filled to being sold out.
But come on, Artie's had his share of success. He did Mad TV for 2 seasons, although he did self-destruct there. And he did.
Not a good example.
He was on the Norm Show, and he's done some film work. I mean, it's not like the guy, was some loser.
Right.
No, not at all. But it's like you said. There's been moments of success and then come back, and moments of success and coming back, and now he's got a whole bunch of things going for him, and I think it's overwhelming him to the point where it's killing him inside.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. This
We
is all
can theorize all day.
Yeah.
Just a theory.
All right, I'm with you. I hear what you're saying. Bobby, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
It's basically what the guy's saying, the last caller. Artie's trying to quit. He's a nice guy, and he knows you guys are nice people, and
I don't think so.
He don't know how to tell you. I'm telling you, he's the type of guy.
Just quit. He doesn't have to try.
No, he feels bad.
All he's gotta do
He's
is-
a good-hearted guy. He feels bad.
All you'd have to do is say to me, "Hey, Howard, it's not for me anymore. I
Yeah,
want
but
to go off and do
you've
something."
been so good to him, he don't know how to tell you guys. I'm telling you. And he said a few months ago on the air, he said he's got enough money to be comfortable the rest of his life. No,
He doesn't.
Never said
I
that.
know, I'm sure he doesn't. No one ever does. But,
No, but I'm telling you, he doesn't. I
and
mean,
he probably can't get up early in the morning. He don't like it.
And he got up early for a very long time.
And I got to tell you something. Artie's happy because he doesn't want to go live in Hollywood. He wants to live in Jersey.
yeah.
This is the perfect gig for that. We're signing up for another 5 years over on satellite. He wants to be near his mom and his sister and Dana. So it's kind of the best of all worlds. He's got a high-profile job that pays well. He's got opportunities up the wazoo for stand-up and for movies.
Well, I'm sure he's the type of guy who gets a little money in his pocket, and he probably lives off that for a while, then he looks for something else.
Maybe.
He don't seem like the type. I'm telling you, I don't think he can handle getting up early in the morning all the time. It's probably catching up to him. And you know him, he likes to drink. So
It could be that it's catching up to him, but I don't know.
I hate to see him leave, but I think that's where it's coming to. I really do.
Hey, what if he's actually just sick?
Hey, if he dies,
That's impossible.
No, but won't we feel foolish? Like, imagine if we find out that he's getting an appendectomy today. Won't we feel like tools?
Yeah. He might really be sick.
Right.
I want to see the scar.
I hadn't considered that theory.
Right.
I don't think so.
I got a
I'm
heart
sorry.
lung
I
operation.
don't
I'll be
think
in
so.
tomorrow.
Let me hear the message again.
Garrett's Artie, it's Tuesday morning. Hey, man, I'm not coming in again today. I'm so sorry, man. I just feel like crap. I feel awful. I just can't make it in. All right? I'm sorry, man. I'm really, really sorry. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.
What time did he leave the call?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. It had to be sometime between 11 o'clock at night and
So it
4
was
in the
after
morning.
you'd gone to bed. You didn't get this last
They
night.
usually come, the funny thing is they usually come at like 3, which I always think is such an odd hour because I think it would be when you set your alarm. Like Artie gets up, I think, at like 4:30 or something,
Mhm.
a 4:45, but they usually around 3 he leaves them.
That's because he's been up throwing up all night.
Right.
Zolar, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, let me just change my phone here. I want to come running down to the studio next time you announce he's off the air, and I want to sit in his seat. Is that okay with you?
You want to replace Artie?
Yeah, from now on. Every time he calls in sick, Zolar comes down right away. I leave
I
my
don't know
job.
Zolar.
Why should we be punished?
Yeah,
Come
why
on.
should the audience be punished just
Do me a
because?
favor. I'm always doing stuff for the show.
I know, you're a good guy, Zolar, but it might not be the right sound. I'm very, very hung up on the sound of the show. Yes, Dave.
Nah, how you doing, Stern?
Hi.
Yeah. Maybe the individual is just, relapsed. Why
Could
you're
be.
playing that bit, why you're playing that message, I have no idea,
What do you mean? Why not?
Maybe you should just, throw a cart in, best of, and see what's really going on before you go through with what you're going through,
I don't know what you're saying.
Dave, I'm not following you at all. If you could be a little more
the
direct.
individual just fell off the reservation, Maybe he truly relapsed. You shouldn't be speaking of it
I
on
don't
the
know.
air.
I mean, what do I know? The guy's on the show. How can I not speak about it on the air? Just
Yeah,
say
that's what you need to find out, though. You shouldn't be broadcasting this to millions of people. The individual's called up how many times now?
Artie's
3
part of the
times?
show. How can we not recognize that he's not here? What's the matter with you?
Well, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just trying to be helpful. That's all.
Are you-
I want you busting my chops.
Are you
right?
saying that we could talk about that Artie's gone, but we shouldn't be speculating on what's wrong with him until we know?
No, you can do that. I mean, you can do that, but it'd be better if you would just throw a card in and just try to find out what's truly going on before you,
we can't find out what's
turn it
going
into
on.
a
How am I
bit.
supposed to find out what's going on?
He's the hardest guy to get a hold of.
We can't even get a hold of
I'll
the
go
guy.
call him right now.
All right, go call the guy. Maybe he will satisfy Dave. All
Hey,
right,
there
Dave.
you go.
We're going to go find out.
All right. That's it, Stern.
All right,
I
later.
enjoy your show. Have a nice day, one and all.
Thank you, Dave.
All right.
All right.
Dave, a little testy.
Yeah.
Put in a cart and go find out what's
cart?
going on.
Yeah, I think you should take some time off the air to go find Artie.
By the way, at the new place, no carts. We're only going to have everything on
Everything
computer.
digital?
Everything's on computer.
And then put on the computer and go find out what's going on with Artie.
Cabby.
I have a theory, because I'm in recovery, and Artie's a guy who went to rehab for addiction. I believe it was cocaine, and all addictions are tied together. And here's a guy who goes to rehab for cocaine addiction. He gets out, he continues to drink, he continues to gamble, and at one point or some point, those drugs just don't do it for you anymore. Those fixes might not get it for you, and I can hear in his voice there's something going on, and it's bigger than just being sick or fear of fame or whatever the hell it may be.
Well, maybe
I think Artie needs some help. I think Artie might need an intervention, and I'm being very serious.
Maybe, Cabby, you're jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, because cabbies, every cabbie conclusion is that everybody's falling off the way.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But dude,
Cabby
come on.
has fallen off that wagon many times. 3 or 4 times since I know him.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Once, actually.
Doesn't mean
no,
Artie's.
not once.
Doesn't mean Artie's out of control.
No, I'm not saying he is, but dude, you can't listen. For 80 plus years, people have tried to just quit one thing and still continue other things, and guess what? It doesn't work. It's been proven just by people relapsing that it doesn't work, man. I mean, I feel for the guy. I told the guy if he needs help or he wants to talk, call me, and he doesn't want that. And maybe there's some mental issues too, because part of addiction.
Hey, wait a second. Aren't you supposed to be in jail? What are you still doing around? I don't understand something.
He got 2 months.
Hasn't it been determined that you are a public enemy #1?
Yeah.
I mean,
New York's most dangerous, most wanted.
When are you going into jail?
I spoke with Dominic yesterday, and everything's on for the 29th, as far as we know right now, of July.
The 29th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to see you go.
Well, my worries are more about my dog, which I'm bringing Milton by actually tomorrow. You guys can meet him.
Good. I want to meet Milton.
Yeah, and
All right,
and
come in
my
tomorrow.
My dog is my biggest worry, and second worry is what do I do when I get out, like for employment.
I would not worry about anything if I were you.
You just go in and do what you got to do first.
Well, no, I mean, hey, listen, I understand that, but my career is going to be put on hold for 8 months. The way Dominic said it yesterday, I could be out in 8.5 months. Now, what that means, I don't know, but he knows a lot more about it than I do.
You know what? I wouldn't worry about a thing. Knowing you probably won't ever get out of jail. You'll probably be in so much trouble in there that you'll be a lifer.
No, that's not my plan. My plan is to go in there and lay low, and I'm going to try to write a book. I actually started my book already.
Yeah, what is the warden has another idea.
What is the name of that book?
I really haven't narrowed it down to one name. I got a lot of ideas floating around. But
Hey, the jail you're going to?
Yes.
The warden is a big football fan, and you could start a football team.
There's going to be a football game between you and the guards, and the warden is going to ask you to throw it.
Yeah.
Did you see how horrible that? Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
It's so bad. The original was so much better.
Yeah.
It always
Hey,
is.
Cabby, I got to go.
Howard.
Later, brother.
I love you, man.
Love you too.
Bye.
Just wanted to say, so we called Artie. It goes straight to machine.
I see. All right. Well, then we'll have to continue speculating. Sorry, Dave. Speculation will continue.
See, if I were Artie, right, just knowing all this, I would actually, as sick as I was, I'd be sitting next to my radio right now to squash all of it.
No, if he's truly sick, which I believe he is, then he needs to get his sleep and rest and not be involved in the show.
But what could he was fine yesterday.
Fine. Well, lately Artie's been doing this thing where his eyes roll up into his head. Sometimes in the meetings on Thursday I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, and every once in a while I look over and he looks like he's,
Well, I did look at his eyes last week after he came back, and I said, whoa, you do look like you've been through something.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Because every time I look at him, his eyes would go like, can you see this? Like,
Whoa! Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wow.
And I went, whoa, that's
What
a
is wrong with Artie then?
I don't know.
I mean, if he's got an illness, what is it? He went to the doctor. He didn't come back with a report.
You can share that with him.
Right, he said didn't he say he went to the doctor and it was some sort of virus?
Really? I don't know. I know he said he was going to the doctor on one of the tapes. I don't know if we ever got a report of what the doctor said.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Howard. I forget the guy's name, but I kind of agree with him. He said that he's too stressed out. You know, it's almost like a Kurt Cobain thing where you work so hard for something for so long and you finally achieve it, and it's just too much to handle.
Right.
You know, I mean,
that might be because ever since I've had this conversation with him about the movie, he's gone off the deep end.
Well, also, I think when we were talking about the Chappelle stuff, he seemed to relate.
Howard, I got to go. I love you.
I kind of find all this funny because maybe I'm just a strong person, but I just handle so many things in my life.
Right. If he had your life, he'd have already cycled, he'd have whirled out of control long ago.
Yeah, I mean, I just juggle so many things going on at once that I just wonder. It's hard for me to relate to this, but I'm going to try and put myself.
See, I know that I couldn't do all those things, and I've never attempted those things. Like I couldn't have a family or any of that crap. They'd be neglected.
Right. Yeah, I had it all going on, and I still do.
I know. You can't get out of it once you start it.
Yeah. So my choice could be to go into a mental institution and, let go of my sense of reality, or just keep this going.
Yeah.
So I don't even understand the option of laying down. But, the guy could just be sick. Come on.
But even, all illness is stress-related.
King of all blacks, you're on the air. Well, that's true. King of all blacks.
Hey, Howard, I just think Artie's just tired. Like, you know what I mean? He hangs out and gets drunk and everything, and his body's just tired.
You know what's really interesting about this discussion?
I don't think he's on coke or nothing like that.
A couple of people who have called in all reflect their own personalities and their diagnosis. Cabby is sure the guy needs an intervention because Cabby needs that.
Yeah.
King of all blacks is one of those guys who he's a real bright guy, but took an easy kind of way out of, the job.
Yeah, no stress.
What?
No stress. And he gets tired easily.
I don't. I get up. I go to
It's just interesting that everybody's coming at this from their own sort of lifestyle and their own issues.
Get out of here. I get up. I go to bed about 10 o'clock. I get up at 4 in the morning.
But man.
I never call out sick.
No.
What we're saying here is a great potential untapped.
Right.
See, what the problem is
you could have done a lot more with your life than be a street sweeper. Although, and I'm not putting it down. I mean, you do a good job, and you're a good guy, and you make a nice living.
Yeah, I retired.
Right, and you got a game plan for life, and you're a together guy. But I know you. You're like, hey, man, I'm not going to do anything that's too taxing. I need all my free time. You're not going to. You're going to make sure you get all your rest.
Do you really think I'm like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you calling me lazy and shiftless?
No, I'm not.
Not at all. You do your job.
You do your job.
But you decided to take a job that would be... You
no
hardly
stress.
think about it.
Right. You don't have to... You're not stressed out. It's like when I used to work in a kitchen. It was my favorite time of life. It was the hardest physical work I've ever done. But it was the best job I ever had because I didn't have to worry about a thing. I'd go in, I'd wash dishes, serve food, and
when you took off that apron, it was over.
It was over. Then I'd go out, I'd smoke weed, do mescaline, drink, and wake up the next morning and do it again.
I know what you're saying. It's really like being a robot. Like when I get off work today, I really don't have to think about tomorrow because it's just the same procedure.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna drive a truck. I mean, that's it. Yeah. All right, I got to go. Hey, listen, we got to take a break. Enough Artie conversation. I hope Artie's okay wherever he is.
Yeah.
It seems like there's some sort of anxiety going on there. Anxious about something.
And I mean, he's never gone and taken your advice to go talk to somebody. Because this is a time he could use that.
I hooked him up with someone, and I think it took him months to go. I think he went one time, and then he split. Which, I think, maybe I'm talking out of school here. I don't know.
But he could really use that right now, because he can't figure this out.
And, again, he could just be sick.
I'm telling you, he needs a release of a valve that would let out some of the pressure.
If he comes in tomorrow, I'll help him.
All right.
I'll release some pressure for him. I'll have Fred. Fred sometimes releases my pressure, and I'm going to have him do it for
You know where that valve is.
Yeah. Thank you, Fred.
That's what a buddy...